Welcome back to Man Down Sports. Full show, 4 squares a night. No Zoe, no Brittany, no Eric, but and no Corey, but we got 4 squares. We got Sports T Dom down there. We got Chris, we got Jay, and we got myself. Haven't seen y'all in a couple of weeks. I just had a vacation.
That's not true. That's not true.
What? Why? It is.
I just seen you last week.
Oh, that's different. That's different for sure. But hey, man, we got 2 audience in here. We got Sports T's audience. We got Man Down Sports audience. Pretty much the same audience. Will give or take a few. So if y'all not subscribed to Sports T and y'all subscribe to Man Down, do us a favor and go subscribe to Sports T and vice versa. If you're not subscribed to Man Down, we appreciate it if y'all subscribe to Man Down, man, because we drop heat on both channels. We do have new members. Oh, and I got a cash out from someone saying that we've been gone too long. Let me see if I can find this cash app and shout them out while Chris look for the members.
I got the members right here, man. Whenever you're ready.
All right, well, go ahead.
Shout out to the members, man. Shout out to the members and the new members especially. But the members, man, Shy Rider West Sider, Jeffrey Guyot, R Bean, Shay J, WW, Ryan Walters, Taco Master 1 account, Unspoken Voices, Steve Calvert, E King, Cedric Franklin, Taco Master the other account, Demetrius Day, James Reed, Keith Brazil, It's Not That Serious, Ashley H, Malachi Israel, Big L Master Chief, Salute, 6'4 Slim, Mary Lewis, Beaver's older brother, Cliff Hill, Pharrell Scott, L Donald, Savon Arnold, Debo 4735, Wizman Ballin, Zerai Lyon, Eric C, Michael Young, Mr. Corner 21, The Real Mr. Cropper, B New, Dante, I Mix What I Like, Mikey Brass, Mysterious Black, and welcome back, DC Slim. Man, shout out to all the members, man. We appreciate you. If you're not a member, you're missing out. Go ahead and make that switch over, man. So there's some good exclusive member-only content in the past and some stuff we're going to be cooking up for you guys in the future, man. So be on the lookout, man. Shout out to the members.
And shout out to Wayne and the cash out, $20 cash out. He said they killing Kobe. The streets need y'all. Where y'all at? Yep. We'll address it today. We'll address it today, man. Appreciate the cash out though. I think that's it. And super chat from VC. Welcome back, man. Damn family, and for sure, I'm glad we back, man. Man, y'all want to start right away? Or y'all want to, you know what I mean? Like, y'all want to. Is there anything else out there before we get into this Kobe stuff, man? Is there anything else out there that we go touch on real quick?
The streets need a body, man. Let's give them that body.
Yeah, I say let's jump right in. I mean, we have a really great show planned tonight, so I say let's.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. Hold on, let me make sure we're good to go. Are you good to go on your channel, Dom? I see you. Okay, you good. Let me make sure we good. Are we live?
We are live.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Something happening. Okay, yeah, we good. All right, got it. All right, we good to go. All right, man. Y'all hit the thumbs up. Y'all know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. Share it. Let's get some people in here, man. Let's share the live. Leave comments in there. Do we have moderators in here? I don't see a lot of moderators. Okay, I see Autism Boy.
There's a couple of wrenches there's a couple of wrenches in the street.
Okay, we got a couple of them in there.
Spurs man out there.
All right, I think we're good to go.
We got some wrenches.
Okay, thanks, Dad, man. Appreciate it. He said we're good. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. So Kobe Bryant, for some reason, his name is being used to carry a lot of conversations on social media and some of these athletes' podcasts. And in my opinion, I think it is really just riffraff. I really think that they sing it's catching a lot of momentum. And I think this is just the name that, hey, look, man, if you want clicks right now, while everything is slow, there's no NBA going on. There's not a lot to talk about. You know, nobody's talking about Bron and Bronny and stuff like that. Like what's going to carry us throughout the summer? And for some reason, this Kobe Bryant thing is catching heat. I do not believe the players that are saying what they're saying really believe what they're saying. That's just my opinion. So I'm not going to go high and right on how I address it, but it is very disrespectful. I got to agree. So On Byron Scott's podcast, Olden Polynese, they was having a discussion about it. And it brought Olden Polynese to tears. It really did, man. You know, because when you see somebody getting their name drugged through the mud like this, and they not even here to say anything back, like, you know, I can't combat this personally, right? It just seemed like you're kicking a man while he's down, and and Kobe's not even down; he's just not here no more, right? And for these guys to take those type of shots, I think that's pretty low down. But let's hear how Olden Polynese kind of addressed it, and we'll get your thoughts.
So OP, we're talking about Kobe.
Yeah.
All three of us have a very personal relationship with him, and there's a lot of podcasts out there now. A lot of former players doing shows, and I've never seen so much slander on Kobe in my whole life, and all of it is just trash. Yeah. What's your thought on this?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And the problem that I'm having is bums are talking. And I'm not saying that Tracy McGrady or whoever, Jeff Teague and up are bums, okay? But it's a bum mindset to criticize this man, and he's not here to defend himself. You didn't say none of this shit when he was alive. Mm-hmm. Not one of y'all opened your mouths and said, "No, oh my God, I love you, love your shoes and everything else." No, let the man rest in peace. I'm sick and tired of this crap with these people. It's some bullshit. Excuse me. And you know, I ain't never cussed until now. Because now I'm offended.
Brother, speak your mind.
It's some bullshit. The man is dead, man. And y'all gonna be criticizing him? Come on, man. That's one of the things I hate about this damn world, man. Everybody's using certain opportunity. They're being opportunistic because this man's no longer here to defend himself. But you guys loved him. You love his shoes. You love everything about him. And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I was way better. No, you were not. Stop with the bullshit. I'm serious. This is whack, man. Get the hell off the air.
I don't even think I have to say anything after OP because I know how emotional you get when you start talking about Kobe Bryant. We are talking about one of the greatest players that ever played this game, who gave this game everything he had. I was in that locker room his last game when he told the guys on that team that he can walk away from this game feeling that he gave it everything he got. Thanks. And he can walk away with a lot of pride and a lot of dignity because he knew that he gave it everything he got. And we know with his workouts and his dedication to the game, he even sacrificed friends, family, all the other shit because he wanted to be one of the greatest of all times. He was able to accomplish that. So, you know, like OP said, I mean, cut the bullshit. You know, all y'all out there talking all this shit about, you know, he ain't this, he ain't that, man, cut the bullshit. Again, if you ain't gonna say it, if you didn't say it while he was here, cut the bullshit. We all know that he's one of the greatest of all time. Get that man his flowers and let him rest in peace.
Let him rest, man. Damn, my bad, y'all.
No, you're good. You're good, OP. Trust.
I don't like that crap, man.
So we know this started from Game to Mind podcast with LeBron going out there and saying rings don't matter. And then after that, there was a trickle-down effect. Now Gilbert Arenas on Gil's Arena is piggybacking saying rings don't matter. And I'm going to prove it to you how it doesn't matter. And then we're going to use Kobe to show you that the media don't think rings matter because of blah, blah, whatever. And then to go further, he gets invited on with Stephen A. Smith and he brings T-Mac on to show you further that rings don't matter. And then to say, oh, T-Mac was just as good as Kobe. If he would have been on that team with Shaq, he would have those rings. So now what the ring really means. So it was a trickle-down effect. And then next thing you know, Jeff Teague coming out and saying Kobe wasn't that good of a defender. And it's coming from so many angles. Then the Bleacher Report comes out. Like it's insane on how it is collecting momentum. But yeah, y'all thoughts on the whole situation?
First off, there's a lot of people speaking on Kobe and had the opportunity to play against Kobe, and these same people speaking on him couldn't even tie his shoes. Couldn't even be in the same realm, the same tier of a basketball player that Kobe was. And now, you know, that Kobe's not here and they seeing this as an opportunity to kind of be like, oh, well, you know, that was Shaq's team, and if I was here, if I did this, if I did that, but you didn't. You wasn't in that moment. You didn't have the opportunity. Whatever opportunity you did have, you didn't produce what Kobe did. And I don't like the fact that they say that, Kobe only got those rings because of Shaq. So did LeBron not only get those rings because of D Wade and Bosh? Did Steph not only get those 2 rings because of KD? So we can have this conversation about a lot of people. And Shaq was the vet. Kobe was the young guy. But Kobe put in just as much. He contributed just as much to those 3 rings.
When you think about number 2s, they got rings. There's no number 2 ranked as high as Kobe as far as what the contribution was to those rings. You might can say Magic when he was a number 2 behind Kareem. You probably could say Steph when he was a number 2 behind KD. Maybe Wade as a number 2 behind LeBron. So it's a handful of guys who should be an exception to the rule. Because they made Magic an exception to the rule of taxing him for being a number 2. If you look at that Bleacher Report, they got Magic and Kareem both top 6 on the list. So obviously them playing together and getting rings together didn't tax them for that. But then they taxed Kobe for playing with Shaq. And they didn't tax Steph for playing with KD. They didn't tax LeBron for playing with Wade and Bosh or AD, right? They didn't, right? So they pick and choose who they wanted to tax based on that. And it's Kobe by by most lists, and it's never Magic, it's never LeBron, it's never Steph. I think that's interesting.
And one more thing, it's not fair because again, Shaq was the vet, right? Technically speaking, because that was year 5 for him in LA when he got to LA, starting out, something like that, right?
Sure. What he did for Orlando, and then he did. Him and Kobe got there the same year, but Kobe didn't play for 2 years, so he was probably at year 6 or 7 when he finally got that ring with Kobe.
So Shaq was the vet, Kobe was the young guy. That the same can't be said for those other groups that you said. Everybody was all in their prime.
Except Kareem. Kareem was a vet when Magic got there.
Cool. And they even still after they progressed and got 5 rings together, you can't really, Magic ended up becoming who he is, right? Yeah. But Kobe was young for all 3 rings. D Wade and LeBron both in their primes. KD and Steph both in their primes. But why are we not taxing those? Why are we blaming Kobe for getting drafted and traded to the team that wanted him and getting brought up through that system?
It's an answer for that.
Well, if you really are taxing those guys, and that's why they coming to tax Kobe. Fans get on my nerves, bro. They're so fickle. Everybody want to do what makes their guy, the best. It ain't about sport no more. It ain't about who is actually the best on the court. It ain't about that. It's about proving through stats and rings and championships. Man, we got a real bad storm here. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but my connectivity is crazy.
Yeah, you good now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the same things that make you laugh make you cry. Like people are using these arguments against LeBron, but then when they use it against Kobe, nah, man, it's the media. Nah, it's the same shit you said. They're using your arguments. That's part of it. And then now we're having a case where people in the media will say anything, get clicks and likes and views. They don't believe that shit. Nobody believes that there were 11 people better at basketball than Kobe Bryant. Nobody believes that in Earth. Nobody believes that. But it keeps the people going though, right? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Can I say one thing though, Jay?
Sure.
All right. So to your comment that people tax LeBron about certain things, so they're coming to tax Kobe the same way. The only difference is, and you're right about that, but here's the difference. The only time LeBron gets taxed for that is when compared to MJ, because MJ did it a whole different way that was a little bit more challenging, right, to get what he got. And then he ended up getting more as far as winning. So they'll bring it up when they're talking about LeBron and MJ. If everybody was debating
no,
Kobe
no. Hold on. No, that's when you bring it up. That's not when everybody else brings it up. People, I've heard stuff that LeBron not top 20 because of these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay,
it's
well,
actually
I haven't never.
If Kobe number 11. No, I'm not speaking to you as you know what I'm saying, because you actually have for your critiques against LeBron, they make basketball sense whether I agree with them or not. You get what I'm saying? Your critiques against Kobe makes basketball sense. Your critiques all around makes basketball sense. But that ain't what we got with fans and men fans, as you like to call them. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, the players. The players, like, I think T-Mac and Gill is 100% foul, like with those comments that they had, and Jeff T. Come on, bro, like, you got a good podcast. Let's leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But Bean was one of them ones, yo. Bean was one of them ones, and Jeff T was not one of them ones. Jeff T was a good player, but he a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
What could Jeff T do that Stephon Marbury couldn't? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Stephon Marbury on another level from Jeff T though. Yeah. We got to say.
But what I'm saying, hold on, time out. He is Stephon Marbury is way better than Jeff T, and Kobe's way better than Stephon.
Correct.
So that was the point. You know what I'm saying?
Like, some people shouldn't even be speaking like for real. Like, some people should just, I mean, like, when it comes to critique,
that's just like if Odin Polynice would have said I could do what Shaq did, we'd be like, no. He knows exactly where he falls in the history of basketball.
You know, I didn't realize.
My bad.
I forgot that Jeff Teague actually has a ring.
Milwaukee.
I had forgot because why? Because he didn't do anything. He got a Tyrese Halliburton gold medal ring. And he needs to stay in that place where, like, hey, I didn't do nothing on the group project, but I gotta stay in that lane. Stay there. But you know what? I think it's because they might have got put on. They might have got put on. But that's why and they toned and changed now.
Well, I don't know if you guys mind if I chime in real quick. Mel, you talked about taxing, and I do think that they've all been taxed. So I think that the media, they've taxed Magic, they taxed Kareem for playing with each other, but they just don't tax them the way that they taxed Kobe Bryant. So if we notice, Magic, Kareem, they're never actually in the GOAT conversation. Their numbers on the list are like superfluous. The conversation is just always about number 1 and 2, who's in the GOAT debate. And so to me, what the Bleacher Report has done is made a pointed attack against any media story that is saying that Kobe Bryant deserves to be in the GOAT conversation. So that's this is what this all leads to. So Bleacher Report, and the evidence is, this is so obvious, they couldn't even be more obvious, guys. So, you know, Jay, like, this is actually, I do want to disagree with your point that, you know, these things happen because LeBron isn't considered top 20. I mean, there's a really good argument for that. I could probably make one. I could probably list 20 players right now and then count the ways in which that they're better than LeBron. But, like, regardless, right, that's not why this is happening. I could, and I already have left him out of my top 10, and I could make another case for why he's not in the top 20. But again, it's not about that. This is about the smear camp. It's literally a hit piece against Kobe Bryant. So Bleacher Report, after they came out with the top 100 list, and they got blasted for Kobe Bryant being left out of the top 10. So he was left out of the top 10. Steph Curry, LeBron James were placed ahead of him. which they don't belong. So that not only do they not belong in the top 10, they do not belong in the GOAT conversation either. So that was done purposely to boost the era, this modern day NBA players era, right? So that was done like that for the list. And then right after that, they got blasted for this, Jay, all over the place, in the media, multiple outlets. I'm talking about the entire New York media came out against Bleacher Report. They wrote their own hit piece about the media and basically Clutch Sports creating this Kobe narrative that he doesn't belong in the GOAT conversation when in fact he does.
I agree 100%.
Then the Bleacher Report, because it gets worse.
Hold on.
No, Jay, I listened to you. I sat here for 16 minutes.
Well, hold on. Let me set this down. So the Bleacher Report was the next topic. I don't want you to shoot all your bullets right now. The Bleacher Report was the next topic.
Okay, I'm just replying to Jay's
look at this comment on the screen, bro.
Go ahead, we listening.
I'm saying is that, you know, it's a pointed attack, and this is all to set us up for Kobe Bryant LeBron is about to retire. His career is sunsetting. So he has to cement that Kobe Bryant doesn't belong in the GOAT conversation. He has to cement his spot at number 2. He has to cement being in the top 10. Multiple media outlets, and I don't know where you've been, Jay, so you're making this face, but multiple analysts are saying that LeBron James is no longer in their top 10. Multiple media analysts are turning their backs on him. They were a part of the 4 and 6 kingdom, and now they're running away. Colin Cowherd, he was a Brondashian. He's no longer.
He'll be back.
They'll be back, but I'm just saying these people are criticizing him, and you know it's not looking good right now. So they're doing it for hot takes though. Don, you gotta know when you, I mean, once you fake, you always gonna be fake. These people are following clicks and hot takes. Like, you know, they gotta put a hot take out there. So yeah, Colin Cowherd, 1 minute it looked like he's off the LeBron hype train, and the next minute he back on it. He do the same thing with Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? So you know. I don't know. They're just running for hot takes, man. I think that the media started to turn against him though, like for over the last 2 years when he was begging for MVPs, trying to bribe people, getting in emails, literally asking for the MVP. People started coming out, talking about him, exposing him for certain things, and it's going to continue. When we get to the Bleacher Report topic, I am going to unleash. So, you know, Jay, get ready to start squinting again.
I'm all ears.
Oh, we're talking about the Bleacher Report now, or we're not?
No. We'll get to it. I want to make sure. I guess we'll take phone calls after we talk about the Bleacher Report. Instead of right now, we'll take phone calls after Bleacher Report. But
can I say something though about Olden Payne and you know, just like what I just think like Byron Scott. First of all, that Fast Break podcast, I think that, you know, we should be reacting to some things that they say more often. I wish that it was more popular than it is. Do you notice that, Mel? Like not enough people are watching them.
Yeah, and I've reacted to a whole bunch of their stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they have good guests.
They have really good topics, and they don't speak about today's game like it sucks. They just talk about how it's different, and I think it's really good. But I just thought that this should be more viral. Because, you know, it was such an emotional, I felt emotional when I was watching that, you know?
Yeah.
And you just think like, how could somebody speak so ill of the dead? I mean, Jeff Teague, you know, these are guys, and I just want to make one more point. These are people that they weren't even allowed to talk to Kobe Bryant. These same people that are coming out, like whether they might have been a teammate of his, like there's many stories out there that like, if Kobe Bryant didn't think that you could play, you weren't even allowed to talk to him. So I think some of these people, they're just mad. They're mad that they're just not a part of, they couldn't sit at his table. They couldn't even talk to him.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. It's so much stuff that's involved in why these people are doing this, man. And you can't even count it on one hand. Like, everybody got a different motivation, but the motivation of the people who putting the battery in their back, who a lot of people do believe is Clutch Sports, their motivation is one thing. They got to get Kobe out of the way for this GOAT conversation. I cannot have a good chance on dethroning Mike if Kobe is right there. If I can't get past Kobe, there's no conversation. So we got to get Kobe out there, and it's a little bit easier to get Kobe out the way than it is to get Mike out the way. So at least get him out the way, so it can be a conversation just between two players. Go ahead.
But they do it to him. I think that it's not just that though. So it's easier to get Kobe out of the way because he's no longer with us, right?
Plus you're gonna get way more support from other people agreeing with it than you would with Mike. There's still a lot of pushback from Mike, from people like Chris Broussard, Rob Parker, and Stephen A. Smith and Will Bond. It's just too much Mike support.
There is, but it's just like when you're not here, like all Kobe gets to do is roll over in his grave in, the disgrace that the league has become, right? But you also have Wilt Chamberlain. They want to erase anybody that can attack any of the arguments, right? So erase Wilt Chamberlain, because before Mike, Wilt Chamberlain was considered the GOAT, and who has better stats than LeBron? The case that LeBron is better than Mike, it's the stats, it's the longevity.
Right.
I mean, Wilt Chamberlain he had a beautiful mid-range game and, was competing in the finals at 38 years old, Now
that shit wasn't beautiful.
He was a defensive. It was beautiful. It was.
Not that mid. No, the hell it wasn't. That mid-range wasn't beautiful. But I'm with you on that point though. Wilt is the record book.
I think they called him Wilt the Still. I think he was a very graceful player, and he was a defensive juggernaut at 38 years old. So I think that's a player that also challenges, LeBron's GOAT discussion. You know what I mean? So
not with 2 rings.
It does to me, I think, based off the arguments that he uses. So LeBron is saying that less rings with him and Mike don't matter because he has the stats. Wilt Chamberlain has. So if rings don't matter, then the 2 rings that Wilt has doesn't matter because his stats are better than LeBron. So he has to challenge his 100-point game and say it didn't exist. And now he also has to knock off. He has to knock off these people and make their legacies erase. Like he's just trying to erase these legends' legacies, and I just think it's awful.
Yeah, it is. It is. Anybody got anything else before we get to that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My pullback with trying to get Kobe out the way of the GOAT conversation. It's almost like let's go to football and use an example. If you arguing who's the greatest quarterback of all time between Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes ain't worried about Dan Marino. Like, it's already a conversation between Mike and LeBron. Like, he don't have to really get Kobe out the way because most people got LeBron ranked 1 or 2. Like a lot of people. I ain't gonna say most people, but people who got platforms put LeBron 1 or 2. So you ain't trying to get nobody out the way that's already in the rearview mirror. So that's my only digress to the point that Mel made earlier. But go ahead.
Yeah, but when you saying Kobe's in the rear view, when did he get in the rear view and how though? Because there was a time, as a matter of fact,
shoot,
I played some soundbite for you. This is how people. Hold on, this is how people was talking about Kobe while he was still playing.
Kobe Bryant, at the end of the day, Dan, because you think I'm a punk, will go down as the greatest basketball player that has ever lived.
Starting to happen again, Mark. The conversation, the debate on is he as good as Michael Jordan? It's been blasphemy to say it, really, about anybody, but it's an actual discussion you can have.
Yeah. Good as Michael Jordan on any given day. Remember last week that I said that Kobe Bryant was one of the 10 greatest NBA players ever. I want to change that. To what? He's one of the 5 greatest.
If you're forcing me to choose between Kobe and Duncan, I would take Kobe by a hair.
Kobe is more skilled than any player that's ever played that I've seen.
You rolling with that? He's up there.
Like this is stuff Mark Jackson, Barkley, like these dudes were saying stuff like this while he was still playing.
I remember.
So he wasn't in the rear view of LeBron. LeBron was in the league when they were saying these things.
Yeah,
when Coach K called him in 2011 when they played in the Olympics, and he called him the best player on earth. LeBron was on that Olympic team when Coach K called Kobe that.
So what about when LeBron said that Kobe was the best player in the league?
Absolutely.
On multiple occasions.
All of that can be true at a time. Like all of that could be true. I'm not saying that. Listen, you guys act like that. I'm saying Kobe ain't better than LeBron. I ain't never said that. What I'm saying is, huh?
What are you saying? Because you said that LeBron is either number 1 or 2. So what are you saying? Because Bleacher Report is
calling. He just. I think he's just playing devil's advocate right now and giving
on most people's lists. And in LeBron's mind, in LeBron's mind, for the last 10 years, it's him, Mike, and nobody else.
In his mind, yeah.
He said, "I'm chasing Mike. I'm chasing ghosts."
We know.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
LeBron thinks he's the GOAT.
He's not trying. He's not focused on.
What do you think though, Jay? Because like we know.
So again, if I already think I'm the best in the world, I'm not. I already better accomplished that. That's already happened. He's already behind me. If I'm 2, he's 3. And now I got to get to 1. That's already happened. I'm just trying to give you what his train of thought is. Me,
I don't.
As a wrestler, I ain't worried about people on me. I'm not worried about people that everybody's. I'm the who has beat me before, the one who I'm chasing, the one who I pattern my mindset after. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about guys over there in the dugout.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
that doesn't.
And again, my whole point was again. My whole point was to Mel saying that it's a campaign. LeBron has a campaign to get Kobe. I'm saying his thought process, and from things that we've heard him say, and that's already happened. He's already out the way.
Well, hold on. Let me say this before
that's
Dom
the reason.
Hold on, Jay. Let me say this. And Dom, I think Jay's lag is kind of messing with how you trying to come in. But let me say this before you go, Dom. I'll be real quick. Yeah, Jay, I agree that LeBron might feel like I already got Kobe out of the way, so why would I concentrate on having a collective effort of Clutch Sports clients to make sure he's stayed out of the way? It's because people like us keep bringing Kobe's name up, and LeBron does have his ear to the street enough to want to make a podcast, and every narrative that he disagrees with, that messes with his legacy, he has been systematically and collectively attacking it and taking it down. I mean, everything that's an obstacle in his way, he's been taking it down. So this Kobe name keeps coming up, and he want to make sure that this man is down. I'm gonna keep him down. This name ain't about to come back up, right? So that's why a person that quote unquote is already looking in the review and seeing Kobe is still trying to make sure he stay in the review. But go ahead, Dom. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's just really, I think you said it really well. I think LeBron James has dedicated media money, Jay, like what you said, it would track and it would be true if LeBron James wasn't constantly bringing up Kobe and denigrating his legacy and on Mind the Game, on just wherever he can. So if he was in the rear view mirror, he would not be so pressed to speak on him in these ways. That's just my opinion on that, So if I'm not worried about somebody, then why do I need to knock them down? When they're already out of the game, and the way that people view Kobe, let them view him that. If people want to call Kobe Bryant the GOAT, so what? There's not even enough people that believe him to be the GOAT for LeBron to be pressed. He's done so much damage, so much work on putting him, but what I'm trying to say, he's done so much work and so much damage on polarizing NBA fans to think that this discussion is only between him and Jordan. He doesn't even need to address it, but his pettiness and his need.
That's the whole point I was making.
Let me finish. His pettiness and his need.
But I haven't heard him address it like that.
Finish what I'm saying. So his pettiness and his need for universal acceptance
again, I have a lag, so I thought you was finished.
Oh, well, his pettiness, it creates, I think, this constant need for him to put Kobe Bryant down. And honestly, anybody that he thinks is in his way from total unquestionable loyalty from fans, which he's just not going to get. That's the problem. He does not have unquestionable loyalty and respect from NBA fans, and he wants that. Kobe Bryant's not in the GOAT discussion, not for me, but LeBron James wants the respect and the loyalty that Kobe fans have to him and to Michael Jordan. He doesn't even have that from his own fans. It's a problem.
Yeah, so let's move to this Bleacher Report. Go ahead, Jay.
Nah, I'm good.
So you want to move to the list now?
Yeah, let's go to the list.
Okay, so there was Bleacher Report's top 100 list. They do it every year. Now I will say this though, and I think we talked about this before. I definitely talked about it on the solo show, but my opinion about lists is, one, first of all, they always put them out in the off season, in the summertime when the league is in the off season. Sometimes they put them out just before the season starts to spark up some conversation. It makes for good debate, and it feeds the YouTube streets and the content creators and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. It's a game to this content creation thing. And I think Bleacher Report or anybody else who puts a list out, they've got to have some controversy in it, because that's going to start the most debate and conversation. They have to. Like, think about how often people have been talking about this list all week long. Like, it's fed so many different platforms, man. Like we're talking about it tonight. So Bleacher Report knows the game. They know what they're doing. So don't for a second think that putting Kobe at number 11 wasn't just about one agenda. It was also, we have to, like, Kobe's name has been getting used for months now. Let's just go ahead and keep the ball rolling. Let's snub him on this list again. And it caused a lot of debate. So I say that part, but the list was diabolical in a lot of different ways, right? So I kind of want to touch some of them, just not the Kobe one. But I know Don she want to address the trend that she's seen in it. Part of the trend I seen, number one, is 9 players on this top 100 list that LeBron played with personally while they was in their prime. 9.
Golly.
Right? Michael Jordan played with 1. That's Scottie Pippen. I don't think Rodman on this list. Right? If he is, that's 2 versus. Oh, Dennis Rodman is there at 67. So he played with 2, Michael Jordan personally. LeBron played with 9. Right? 9. The other trend I noticed in this is that everyone that LeBron played against, like Steph, like Duncan, the people he lost to, they made sure to make sure that they're a little bit higher than what they probably should be. Like Steph at number 10 over Kobe is insane. But you can't keep that narrative going that LeBron faced tougher competition, beat the best team ever, beat a super team, beat a stacked team. That one right there made me the GOAT. Like, you can't keep that going if we're not going to keep going and inflate Steph is higher than what he is. Like, Steph over Oscar and Isaiah is crazy. Over Kobe and Hakeem is crazy. Right? Over Durant is crazy. Jokic is too high. Dirk is over David Robinson and Dr. J and Moses Malone and Karl Malone. Insane. Like that, after Tim Duncan, Karl Malone's the best power forward that ever played. Right? You got Dirk over Karl Malone, David Robinson, Moses Malone. You got him over Isaiah. You got him over come on, this is crazy, dog. Right? So the players that beat LeBron, they got bumped up. I noticed that. But the floor is y'all, man. I'll let Dominique go first because she went last time.
I mean, if you take a look at the most embarrassing losses that LeBron James has had, those players that he played against are ranked lower on the list than maybe where they should be. So if you take a look at the Dallas teammates that beat him in 2011, like they have Jason Kidd. They have Jason Kidd listed at like 33. And so, I think that this list, it says a lot, right? With Bleacher Report is clearly working with Clutch Sports. That's obvious. They put this list out and then they come out defending the list. They immediately, so Mel, I believe that you're right, because when you take a look at this list and then everybody comes out they are on a tear. They're upset about Kobe not being higher, right? They're so upset. And so Bleacher Report knew what they were doing with that. But to me, the collusion with Clutch Sports is clear. They came out and they did a rebuttal article to all of the backlash that they were getting about the Kobe pick. And they literally listed 5 reasons as to why they didn't put Kobe Bryant in their top 10. And they were all LeBron James analytics led excuses and narratives that only the media has put out there. And so I thought it was really disgusting. And then just 4 days ago, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, the Bleacher Report wrote a hit piece against Michael Jordan. So now they're trying to Bleacher Report is on a roll, and it really, it's less about content, because Mel, like, I agree with you. So it is about them just doing what they think is going to sell, but I don't think they needed Kobe to trend. You know what I'm saying? They didn't need Kobe to trend. They didn't need to denigrate him to do this. So that's what makes Bleacher Report a disgrace. Kobe Bryant really wasn't in the news like that. He wasn't a LeBron type that needed to be, all in everything. That wasn't how he was. He lived off of his true basketball talent and legend. To me, that's what really that's how he represented himself, nothing else, not just narratives. And so, now when you take a look, just 4 days ago, they read a hit piece against Michael Jordan to explain why LeBron is actually the GOAT. Bleacher Report is now asserting LeBron to be actually he should be the GOAT. Here's the case.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm unbothered by it. I just know these are some idiots. These are some idiots, man.
I'm just saying that, seriously, this is where they're going with it. So it's all to serve LeBron James's GOAT case, the fake phony GOAT case. And so he's doing whatever he can, putting these billions of dollars that he has to work. Now he's about to get up out of here. So how is he going to be remembered? This is all he cares about right now. And this is all that he's working on doing. The Mind the Game podcast, the millions of dollars that he's spending through Clutch Media, they're at a loss. They have lost millions and millions of dollars, all for the fake GOAT campaign. He's never going to surpass Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or anybody, to me, that played in the 90s. I don't think LeBron James is top 20. So that's just me, and that's my take.
Chris.
This list is some of the hottest garbage I've seen in a long time. And I could be mad about, I am mad about a lot of the names that's on there, the places where they're at. But I just recently got reignited with a fire, because when you pull the list up, Draymond is above Chris Webber. And there is
that's crazy.
There's no universe. There's no multiverse situation. There's no parallel universe where Draymond is a better player than Chris Webber, ever. That there alone, if you just look at that snippet of that list alone, tells you everything you need to know. And then the rest of the list just follows the same trend. I mean, Kobe being outside the top 10, outside the top 5 is just nasty work.
Nasty work.
Hakeem being outside the top 10 is nasty.
Isaiah being outside the top 10. Isaiah nowhere near the top 10.
He's what, damn near close to 30 on this list? What is it, like 27, 28?
Hold on, let me see.
And yet Jason Kidd is only, and Jason Kidd is just like a few spots below him. Like, how does that even make sense?
Kawhi Leonard and James Harden.
Bro, they got Isaiah, Chris Paul, and John Stockton over J. Kidd. Lord have mercy.
Insane.
They got James Harden right after Jason Kidd. Steve Nash right after that.
Guys,
Steve Nash over Iverson. Wow.
Wait a minute. Luka being on the list at all is crazy. Luka's at 57.
No.
Joel Embiid is at 66, but both of them are above Kyrie Irving. What?
Where's Kyrie at?
Kyrie is 69. You have got to be kidding me.
Well, they never go put respect on Kyrie's name. They really didn't want to put him on the list. You know what I mean? But he's been quiet.
Some names that's missing because the list is kind of cut weird. So like D Wade is at 23, and then you see Elgin Baylor at 26. So there's some names that's missing in here too. But you got Klay Thompson in the top 100, which I don't agree with at all. So Klay Thompson shouldn't be in the top 100 at all. But the fact that Klay Thompson is that close to Joe Dumars is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who else? What else can we take from this? Like, just go at the top 10. And tell me what you like about their order, what you don't like.
LeBron is too high for me. For one, we already established that Kobe should be up there. But for me, honestly, that is probably the only transgression. LeBron in there instead of Kobe. That's probably my only transgression with that.
Yeah, I think I would have Kobe at number 3 and Kareem at 2. That's always been my 1, 2, and 3. Mike,
right.
Kareem, Kobe, right? And then
I'm not mad at Magic being in there, Bill, Shaq, Tim, Larry.
I'm taking Shaq lower for Hakeem. I'm putting Hakeem higher.
Okay, I'm with that. And for me, it'd probably be I'll probably make that switch and probably drop Wilt just right outside.
Well, I'm dropping Steph outside. I'm leaving Wilt in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. Steph is first off. Steph is not better than Kobe Bryant.
No,
Steph is not better than Hakeem Olajuwon.
Like that don't even make sense.
Better than Oscar Robertson.
Like somebody got to make that make sense. Is Steph Curry a better basketball player than Kobe? Like who believes that?
Blind witnesses believe it. People that didn't watch basketball and that are still not watching. So they can try to fool us. I mean, they can try to fool everybody else, right? But they're not fooling us. We know that they're watching the highlights. You know, for me, that list, what was wrong there was Wilt Chamberlain is top 5 for me. Kobe Bryant, I'd probably land him around 8, and Steph Curry and LeBron James are both out of the top 10. And I'm probably going to insert probably Isaiah Thomas in there. Or
I like Isaiah being a little bit higher.
Julius Erving, I'm putting in my top 10.
I like him higher too.
Shaq comes out altogether. I mean, I really do love Shaq, but yeah.
I'm not mad at Shaq being like 11 or 12. Like
the
caliber of people that are in the caliber of people that you can do 1 through 10, like you can't like. I don't even think Shaq would be upset with being 11 or 12 with the 11 guys above him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kobe is above him. He's even said this. Kobe is above him. You feel me? I would say Isaiah Thomas would probably be above Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that Shaq has had one of those most dominant, like one of the best primes we've ever seen, but Kobe had a longer prime. So like, you know, like I'm okay with Shaq coming out of the top 10. I'm okay with him staying in. I would have to look at the list again to see exactly how it would reorganize. But for me, Steph and LeBron definitely come out.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
27 is just it's mine, and this is not even because I'm a homer. Isaiah at 27 behind Jokic. What?
Boy, these people insane, dog.
Isaiah is probably arguably he's top 2 when it comes to point guard conversation, but he's this far down on the list.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at 20 people that are better than LeBron right now on this list.
I'm looking at 9 people that he played with. I'm gonna go down the list. He played with Shaq, that's 1, but Shaq wasn't in his prime. He played with going down the list. He played with Wade in his prime. That's 2. He played with
AD. That's 3.
AD. That's 3. He played with Westbrook.
That's 4.
That's 4. He played with Ray Allen.
5.
That's 5. He played with Dwight. That's 6.
Yep, I forgot about that. Yep, sure did.
He played with Luka. That's 7.
Carmelo. That's 8.
That's
he played
8.
with Bob Cousy.
Stop it. He played with Kyrie. That's 9.
Chris Bosh.
He played with Chris Bosh. That's 10. So I lied. It wasn't 9. It was 10. He played with Chris Bosh. Who else?
That's it from what we can see here.
He played with 10 of the top 100. He played with 10 of the top 100. Interesting. And then any other superstar that's in the top 5. I think Magic played with Kareem and Worthy. Who else is he played with on there? I just blindly going off of it. Magic probably played with no more than 3 on the list. Mike played with no more than 2 on the list. I'm gonna skip Bill Russell, and then Shaq is another guy who played with a lot of.
But in Shaq's defense, though, that was on the back half of his career. when he started doing all that team hopping, that was on the back half. Except if you want to count, if you want to count the ring in Miami with D Wade.
Even that ring, he was stealing money. He wasn't Dwayne Wade.
The back half.
Well, even when he was on the Heat, Dwayne Wade carried that team.
Oh no, for sure, 100%. But if you want to say like where he still had some kind of impact in winning, then I would count Dwayne Wade as one of the teammates that count. But
do you watch those fourth quarters?
Hey, listen.
Did you watch those fourth quarters?
He was tired.
That's unplayable, bro.
But I'm not counting Boston Shaq. I'm not counting Cleveland Shaq. I'm not counting Phoenix Shaq. I'm not doing. You got Orlando out of me. You got LA out of me, and you got Miami out of me.
All right, so we're gonna open the phone lines up, y'all. We'll take 3 phone calls and that's it, and we'll move on because we on a time restraint. We're gonna have to get to these super chats, but I wanted to play one more thing, man. This is. I just want y'all to hear how these players talk about Kobe, man. These players and these coaches.
I feel like Kobe gets slighted about all
people
this.
who played against Kobe.
Thank you.
They know.
Thank
they
you.
Know. They
Thank
know.
you.
If you haven't played against either one of them guys, you don't realize how good they really were.
What I say all the time. My opinion
Man.
is Mike, and then it's Kobe.
Who do you think is like similar to Kobe now?
Nobody. Stop it.
Well, I mean, like you got Kyrie and Devin Booker.
Stop it.
I mean,
will you stop it? I don't compare anybody to Mike, but if I had to answer the question, Kobe is the closest thing to Mike. And is there somebody that's close to Kobe? No.
And Kobe is the closest thing to me to Mike.
Right. You and me both.
I've never seen nobody as competitive like him, but Mike. I say Mike, and I say Kobe, and then everybody else.
My particular order is MJ, Kobe, Bron. I'm on the violent side. Kobe, Mike, provide.
They wanted to show
what I mean, and for some reason, Kobe gets.
How come Kobe's name is never brought up? I think it's kind of disrespectful. Yeah, it's me.
Why do the players look at Kobe different than the media? For me, Kobe has never been, in my 15 years of playing basketball, Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player in the National Basketball Association. Without question.
Damn, man. Well, I got the chance to play against Michael Jordan,
yeah,
Kobe Bryant, and of course LeBron. I'm going to name those three because we're always talking about the greatest to play the game, and Kobe Bryant should and will always, and out of my mouth, be named one of the greats to ever play the game.
All right, call on the line. What's up?
Man, what's going on, Mel? Chris, welcome back. Man, Dom, thanks for holding down the fort. It's VC calling. Man, listen, I got to talk about this Kobe Bryant disrespect, man. It is disgusting. And like you see my area code, man, I grew up in Atlanta watching Jeff Teague play, man. He wasn't no bum on the court. But, man, to start speaking on Kobe Bryant the way y'all doing, it's ridiculous to me because why you didn't say this when he was alive, man? You know, it would have been great to see, hey, you talk that talk, say what you say about Kobe Bryant, then he pull up to your podcast and you got to say all this same stuff to his face. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, I guess Clutch Sports is paying these guys some real good money to tell lies that they don't believe. And the sad thing about it is, man, like the people, the biggest victim of this are the kids, man. You got young guys who sit up here and they say, man, Kobe Bryant, like they pulling up Kobe Bryant's defensive player of the year. He had like defensive all team 9 times. They pulling up plus minuses to say Kobe Bryant's not a good defender, man. It's sad. And then with the top 100, you know, Bleacher Report, they got to get their clickbait for the next season. So, you know, I ain't paying too much attention to it. You know, I think Kobe Bryant's number 2 behind Michael Jordan. You know, I'll be nice and put LeBron at number 3. But now, man, this I don't know what's going on with basketball discourse, man, but to talk about a man when he's dead, but none of you cowards had this stuff to say when he was alive is very crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep. Man, what's your thoughts on that caller?
VC, he always has a good call-in man, I appreciate his takes, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, to me, it's just really a punk move to speak on the dead. You couldn't say any of these things when he was alive. That's crazy as hell to me. Tickets on this, and I thought he did a really good job because, you know, I can't imagine what I wonder what Kobe Bryant's response would be if he were alive to what people were saying about him.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Hey, we got another call on the line. T-Bert, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Mel? Dom, what's going on, man down?
What's good? What's good?
Man down team, what's going on, y'all?
T-Bert,
We good.
talk to us nice.
All right, what's up, Dom? How you doing, love?
Pretty good.
I can't hear Dom at all.
You can't hear Dom?
Oh.
I don't.
Let me see, Chris. Say something, Chris.
What up, though?
You didn't hear?
I can only. No, I can't hear Dom. I could just hear you. That's it.
I said hello.
Yeah, tell them we can hear him, but go ahead and
Oh,
and talk to you.
go ahead. They can hear you, T-Bert. I don't know why you can't hear them. They can hear you though.
All right, but that's cool. All right, where you want me to start at?
Hey man, wherever any topic that we hit already.
All right, I agree 100% with that Bleacher Report list. It's accurate.
Oh my God!
Oh, you know I'm capping. You know I'm lying, bro. That list is god awful. Like, here's just my opinion, right? That list it's to brainwash the casuals. You know, because I'm at the coin this phrase. The worst thing about casuals, they don't know that they're casuals. So they'll fall for that list, line, hook, and sinker, right? Bleacher Report, I'm 100% done. I'll never watch them, read an article. I don't know if they do YouTube. Anything in Bleacher Report, I'm done. And let me just give you a little tidbit of some information here, right? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I just took a picture of it so I could show y'all, tell y'all this, and I can send it to y'all if y'all want me to too. So in 2018, Bleacher Report, you're not gonna believe this, y'all. Hold on. All right, here we go, right here. So I'll send it to y'all if y'all want it afterwards. It's like 20 paragraphs why they're saying why Kobe Bryant could be the greatest of all time, right? And only thing I'm gonna read is just two things, right? It'll be super quick. This is Bleacher Report 2018. I firmly believe if he plays his cards right, he can very well pass Michael Jordan and be known as the greatest basketball player to ever play the game. And the same article, he ends it with, I feel Kobe Bryant is the most talented and skilled player ever to play in the NBA.
Wow.
So, yeah, so right there, they're saying that this 2018, Kobe's career was just about over. You know, what, 2 years later, his career was over, right? They're saying then, Bleacher Report, and I'll send it to y'all, that if Kobe plays his card right, he could pass Michael Jordan. Not only they did that, they named him the player of the decade, and now he's number 11. So I'm confused.
Right.
Like, I'm so confused. How does Bleacher Report just contradict themselves in a massive way? And it's obvious to me. I don't have any points or facts on why. I think somebody has their hand inside of Bleacher Report for a specific narrative to push another player, but I don't have any proof of it, so I won't even say exactly what player I think it is that has their hand in that narrative. I think we all know what I'm talking about. But I only like to speak facts on here. And let me hit you with this last thing, right? So can we all agree, Don, Mel, and you can tell me if your board members disagree. I'm not the most super highly educated on religion. I'm not bringing religion to it, just an example. So God's supposed to be perfection, right?
Right.
And Jesus was supposed to be the closest thing to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So And in the historians' eyes, it would always be God first and Jesus number 2. He's the closest thing to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they say Jordan was the closest thing to perfection and Kobe was the closest thing to Jordan?
That's what they say.
So now let me ask you this. In the Bible, Moses was great too. Did Moses ever jump Jesus?
No.
No. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe we got some biblical historians in here that tell me I'm wrong, but Moses never jumped Jesus. So how is 10 players jumping Kobe? I'm not one, not two. We got. Can you imagine 10 people in the Bible jumping Jesus? But Jesus will be closest thing to perfection. I'm confused, Mel. I mean, help me out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to explain it for sure. And I mean, I've always had that understanding. Like, man, come on, man, y'all covet Michael Jordan so much and talk about how flawless he was as a player, and then the closest thing to Michael Jordan is not as good as 10 other people, including Steph and LeBron, who's very flawed. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, it don't make sense. And the only thing that they got to say that it's 10 players better than him is a field goal percentage and playing with Shaq.
You know what? All right. If people want to hold the playing with Shaq against him, okay, I'll entertain it. Okay, whatever. But it goes the other way too. Now watch this, Mel. Shaq in my life on this planet was the most dominant big man ever. Biggest, strongest, toughest, Dada, most dominant ever. What did Kobe do? He said, get him off my team. Correct. And went and won 2 more and would have won a 3rd if he didn't get injured. How doesn't he get credit for getting the most dominant player in our history, getting him off his team and winning? But you got LeBron. They want the most dominant players on their team, and they get all these super teams and then lose. So how doesn't Kobe get credit for getting rid of a top 10 Hall of Famer? I'm confused.
There's no common sense that can explain that, man, at all. It's the only thing that can actually explain it is what we all assume is that there's just a collective effort to get Kobe out of the way for one guy, and that's how I say that. I'm gonna take this off the air and go to the last caller so we can move on because we're trying to end it in the next 45 minutes. And we.
All right, bet.
Thanks.
All right, talk to y'all.
All right, big dog. Right. Yep. All right, we're taking one more call. And then we're moving on. This call, I kind of don't even want to answer this caller from Illinois because he called the entire time somebody else was on the line, man. I think that's disrespectful, man. Like, at least wait, but it is what it is. Caller from Illinois, what's up? Caller from Illinois. Hello.
Oh, he might not even get it.
Going once, going twice. Let's get that last caller. Okay, here's a caller from Texas. This might be y'all favorite caller. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get this caller from Texas. What's up?
Funky Town, what y'all up to?
What's good? What's your thought?
Hey, Funky Town.
Well, pretty much the same as everybody else's, except I guess Jay. Yeah, this is criminal what they did. That slander. But as Don was saying, as you were saying, we all been saying for years, this is all about LeBron, LaFlop, LeBum, whatever you want to put it. Reason I can't stand the dude. All right. He has tried to recreate Jordan's career without putting in the work. And now that, like I think Dom said it, his career is getting ready, his son is getting ready to leave. All this stuff is going, the emperor has no clothes, getting ready to be the next step. Because this bullshit language era of basketball is weak era of basketball is about to be exposed. Like the whole era. How you got Steph Curry in the top 10 period is ridiculous. Off the cuff. However, you want to talk about MVPs and all this other stuff, and that's the reason why Kobe was done all this other way. That I could, if you want to be consistent about it, finals MVPs. Steph got one. He's got one. He played with KD, right? He got two. He got two of them with KD.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his team, but KD came in there and said, "Hold my beer," and he's the one who took him to the promised land.
KD even said he
right
took a
when
step
KD
back.
went out, when KD went down, what did Steph do? Did he step up to the plate?
No, he crapped the bed.
No, he did not. He crapped the bed. So then, how are you put first off? How you gonna blaspheme and put him in front of Kobe? Like I'm sorry. There is not enough Kool-Aid in the world. It's gonna make me believe that dude is gonna be in front of Kobe Bryant. There's nothing you can sell me that's gonna make me be able to be a man again and look myself in the face in the mirror and say, yeah, that guy's better. Because Kobe would have done that. Kobe, what happened when Shaq went out? What happened when Shaq got fouled out?
That's a good
my beer.
That's a good point, Funky Town, because when and then I like to bring this up too when people talking about Kobe being a number two, and anybody that's a number two, right? Because there's a lot of number twos that they win championships, and we don't know how good they are because they've always been a number two. They've never been a number one. But there's exceptions to the rule where you get to see this player perform as a number one in opportune times, like with Magic when Kareem got hurt in the finals and Magic was able to show he can be a number one, or like Kobe when Shaq fouled out, or every fourth quarter when Shaq was afraid of the free throws and we had to get the ball to Kobe to make things happen. Kobe has shown
not just Shaq. Laker Nation was afraid of Shaq in the fourth quarter.
Of course,
and
then also the first quarter of every season when Shaq used to come back out of shape to training camp, and Kobe was averaging. Kobe was putting up 40-point. Like he had a stretch of 6 straight 40-point games. Correct, right? These are the type of things. Like he showed that he could lead as a number one if he needed to lead as a number one, and he did it.
And then Phil said what to Kobe?
Reel it in. The big fella.
We need you to reel it in.
Reel it in because the big fella's back in shape and he's getting unhappy. He ain't getting the ball enough. You get what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Kobe has always shown he could be a number one. We haven't seen people like Klay Thompson as a number two prove he can be a number one. We haven't seen when James Harden left OKC, he was a number one in Houston, but he didn't win as a number one. So we haven't seen Dame win as a number one. Those type of things let you know that even though Kobe was the number two behind Shaq, he proved he was always a number one. It was just Shaq got there first. Shaq was older. That's all it was. But I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take your last comment off the air, so we can move to the next topic.
Okay, got you, brother.
Now
Have
go
a good one, y'all.
Now go ahead.
Like
Get your last comment off, and then we go.
What I was saying is like Charles Barkley said, is on a sorry team. Look at Jeffrey Beal. Look at what happened when he came off of out of a weak East, and then on a bad team, he looked real.
Right.
What happened? Back to bed. Ain't shit. Same. Yeah. I mean, well, again, like I said, we're all saying the same thing, but to me, I'm just sick and tired of this Barbie doll bullshit that's going on.
Yeah.
And
that's a fact. All right, Jeff, man. Thanks,
like
man.
what they're talking about is true. All right, y'all.
All right, thanks. Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right. Any thoughts? Let's get into these super chats before we move to the next topic. Phone lines are closed, y'all. Phone lines are closed. We was only taking two phone calls. 3 phone calls. I'm sorry. But I do want to get to these super chats though, because some came in. BY said, thanks for the super chat, bro. He said, when did LeBron get better than Larry Bird? Do you know, Chris?
Honestly, I don't, because Larry Bird had a very, very nice game.
Super teams disqualify LeBron's rings, so wilt all day. Sports facts. It's not that serious. The Bleacher Report is literally affiliated with Clutch. You might be right. Dang, this list is very disrespectful. DC Slim, Kobe is number 1. Welcome back, DC Slim. Brand 117, a Clutch employee must be getting that bonus for making that BS list. Sports facts: MJ, Kareem, Kobe, Wilt, Magic, Russell, Duncan. Oh, Bird, Duncan, Hakeem, Shaq. Not a bad list at all.
Not at all.
Not a bad list at all. All right, y'all. Let's really quick though. Really quick, because that was another list that came out. Oh, I don't even have it, but there was another list that came out. I think we're gonna skip that topic, y'all, because we press for time. But that was the WNBA. Do y'all want to do it or no?
It's up to you. We got 37. Nope. That's 37 minutes.
Yeah, we ain't. I don't think we're gonna be able to. Oh, you on mute, Don?
I think we can do the WNBA topic again. I don't think it's time sensitive like the other.
But let's be quick because I do want to get to Bob.
You do want to get Bob?
I do want to get to Bob.
Where you get them fake rings at?
Huh?
Where you get them fake rings?
I can't remember the website. I got them a while back, but yeah, I've been slowly putting them on one at a time.
They can't be Detroit Lions rings. Y'all ain't got none.
No, this is Pistons 04, Pistons 89, I believe, and then Red Wings 08. And I just got a random Oakland Athletics one because they sent me the wrong one.
That's interesting. All right, let's see if this is the right graphic for this. There we go. WNBA top 10. Right. I'm gonna pull this list up. I don't have a graphic of it, so I had to read it from my phone. Did you see the list, Don?
Is this top 10 currently or top 10 all time?
I did.
This is top 10 currently.
Okay.
Yeah, they did it. So ESPN, not Bleacher Report, ESPN did a top 25 currently. Right now, mind you, the reigning Finals MVP that played for the Liberty. What's her name? Is it Jonquel Jones?
Yeah,
she's hurt. She's hurt.
Right.
She didn't make this list, but she's a hooper, right? So I'm going to go from the top 10. Sheesh. I'm going to go from the top 10 all the way up, and I want to see what y'all think. Do I have the right list?
I have it if you want me to
go through it because I had the wrong list.
Okay, so number 1 is Nafisa Collier.
Oh, see, you went the other way. I thought. Hold on, see, I wanted you to say that I wanted you to go from 10 up so we can say for the dramatic. But since we're already there,
I'm so sorry.
What?
So let's pretend we didn't hear that, guys. So it's Nneka Ogwumike. Nneka Ogwumike is number 10.
Okay.
I don't think that's so notable, or I don't think there's anything to flinch at with that, right? I think she's playing phenomenal basketball in the Seattle Storm. I watched them in person for against the Valkyries. Very good game. And then squeaking in at number 9 is none other than the legendary GOAT, Caitlin Clark. None other known as
GOAT. That's my baby. That's my baby
Zero.
GOAT.
So we have Zero checking in at number 9.
Any objections with her being at number 9?
I have an objection.
Okay.
So my objection is that Skylar Diggins is playing better basketball than her this season. Kelsey Plum is playing much better basketball than her this season all around. And both of those two players are outside of the top 10.
Good point.
Jackie Young is better than her by a wide margin. Kelsey Mitchell, her own teammate, is better than her by a wide margin. Ryan Howard is better than her she has a few teammates that are better than her. Aaliyah Boston, not to mention. I mean, I'd even take Kayla McBride, who's checking in at 17. I mean,
Dominique, come on, Dominique. You're doing too much now. I would not go that far.
Okay, but Gabby Williams is ranked number 20. I'm taking Gabby Williams over Caitlin Clark. Every day and twice on Sunday. And I'm taking, I'm sorry.
So where would you put Caitlin?
I'm even taking Kayla Thornton over Caitlin. I have Caitlin outside of the top 25. Courtney Williams is better than her. I could find another player to replace the girl that you're saying shouldn't be ahead of her that I said. But
well let me say this, Dom, before we keep going. You got to give ESPN a little bit of credit for having the balls to drop her, because they did a top 25 preseason before the season started.
Number 4. She was ranked
number 4. Right. So they dropped her to 9 based on how she was playing. So they at least did that.
Right.
I give them credit for that.
They deserve credit, because it is the La Media, at the end of the day. So, they have her back. So they're doing her a favor by ranking her. I'm curious to see some other lists, because you have some media members, even like an Outkick and stuff like that, like her, where, they love her. They have turned on her.
Yeah.
Some of her people have turned on her.
She is having a shit shooting season.
She is having an awful. I think she was 1 for 33 in away games from 3. From behind the arc.
She's shooting 28% from the 3 this season.
And every time she has a bad game, it's a groin injury, and then she's out for another 5 games.
And she's only shooting 33 from the field.
Yeah.
That is
I think I would put. So I agree with you, Dom. I think just from the guards, I'm not even gonna go to the bigs. Just from the guards, I probably would put Kelsey Mitchell. I would not put Jackie Young above her. Not this season. Last season I would have. Paige Beckers, Kelsey Plum, and Skylar Diggins. I would put those 4 guards ahead of her. So my list probably would have Caitlin at around 14 right now.
Yeah, I got her outside of. I can pick.
But
so
I wouldn't put Kayla McBride.
I got Kayla McBride over her. She doesn't turn the ball over like Caitlin Clark does. When it comes to being a guard on the floor, she shoots better than
nobody
she shoots.
Does.
I'm just saying she shoots way better than Caitlin Clark, in my opinion, too. Look at her 3-point percentages; they're better than Caitlin Clark's. You look at her, her ability to knock down shots in big moments for her team. She's able to do that. I'm picking her over Caitlin Clark. I think she's a better defender and a better offensive player than Caitlin Clark. Currently, right now, what Caitlin Clark is showing us this season is not good. And so I think she got bigger and stronger over the offseason, and she got slower. And, I don't think she's carrying that weight as well as, they would have liked to see her.
All right, what else we got?
That was number 9. Who's at number 8?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so number 9, Caitlin Clark. Then we have number 8, Aaliyah Boston, her teammate. Number 7, we have Satu Sabali.
She's so good.
I like her a lot, and I'm really
so fine. She good and fine. That girl do everything.
Alicia Gray from the Atlanta Dream. I think she won the 3-point contest last season. Sabrina Ionescu checking in at number 5.
Not mad at that.
New York Liberty. Her teammate Brianna Stewart checking in at number 4.
Not mad at that either.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at her being above Sabrina Ionescu. I just don't know that she's number 4. Alyssa Thomas, number 3. I take issue with that.
That's pretty high. I mean, she got stats. That's high.
She's a triple double. She's a Westbrook to me type player.
Yeah, that's high.
That's just my, Asia Wilson. They have her checking in at number 2. And then the grand finale, they have Nafisa Collier at number 1.
Cap.
I don't know, Chris.
Cap.
I don't know. Dude, she's averaging 26. You got to look at the slow start that Asia got in this year. We're talking about just this year.
Okay.
Right. Very slow start. The Vegas Aces aren't winning games consistently enough. They miss Kelsey Plum. Jackie Young hasn't figured it out with them. They got Jackie Young and Jewel Lloyd, and they can't figure out how to win. Right. So that's the reason why she dropped. And Nafisa is playing so good, dog. So good, dog. 26 points, while also being the best defender in the league.
Well, I just want to comment on what you said, Mel, because having Jackie Young and having Jewel Lloyd, I think that Vegas, they lost. So Kelsey Plum requested a trade to LA, so they gave it to her. I don't think that I don't think they were looking to actually trade her. So she's, to me, better currently than Jewel Lloyd. She proved that, on their Olympics team, she played way better. Jewel Lloyd was unplayable. She's not a good defender at all. So to me, she does not belong on the Aces. She needs to go somewhere else, to like a Dallas Wings, to play alongside Enrique, another person who can't defend. So like, she does not belong on the Aces. They will be knocked out in the first round with Lloyd on their team.
That name you just said, Enrique, boy, hey, the difference a year makes. She can't figure out how to play alongside Paige. Like, this girl did you see what she did in the All-Star game? Like, this girl can score. But she's a shot chucker.
But correct. She is a gunner. Enrique Ogumbawale is a gunner to me. She's not a winner. And, I don't see her winning a title with Paige. They're going to have to trade her. They're going to have to break those two up. Also, she's not a good defender. She's not fast enough on her feet. She needs to lose weight and, get into much better shape, much better playing shape, shape.
But you see what happens when you have a shot chucker. When you have a shot chucker, it looks really good when your team is bad. When you get better players around you, and it's not necessary for you to chuck up shots, you have to actually start playing real basketball, and you get exposed. And that's why
what's happening.
That's why, right? And that's why Stephanie, the fans of the Fever, want Stephanie White out of there, because she's trying to coach that shot checking out of Caitlin.
She's trying to coach it out of her because she knows what winning basketball in the WNBA is, and these girls are not going to lay down and get out of the way for Caitlin Clark, because there's no money in it for them. The money has to go to everybody in order for them to let Caitlin Clark cook. That's not going to happen until everybody starts eating, or until the media starts, actually respecting these women a little bit more. But, to the point that you made, you talked about, Vegas, and how, like, I think that A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA. Period. I do still think she has that, but I think this list is accurate, and Nafisa Collier is playing a better brand of basketball this season. Her team is performing better. Right. She's having the better season, and it's not just about stats. She's having the better. She is, commanding much better performance out of her team. They are all lock in step. They're going to the finals.
Oh, and
and they might win it.
I'll allow that.
Well, they will. They will win the finals this season so I'm pegging the Minnesota Lynx are going to win the finals this season. Aces are going to get knocked out in the first round, and I do believe that Minnesota is going to face off against the Fever in the finals this year. And I think that the refs are going to help. I think the refs are going to help the Fever at minimum make a very deep run. So if they don't make the finals, they're going to go to the second round this year. They're not going to get knocked out.
So my gripe, it's a little biased with A'ja Wilson, but I heard your arguments, and
I know you love her. I do too, Chris.
I'll concede. A'ja, that's my current goat right now. But I'll concede the argument. Y'all made a good point.
I think she's the best player, best player in the world, as far as a woman is concerned. And she proved it during the Olympics. We saw that. And if does not compare to A'ja Wilson, we saw that in the Olympics.
For sure. But since this list is just based off of the seasons that these players are currently having, I'll concede. But on that same token, where's Paige?
They had Paige at number 12.
Oh, she's on the list. Yeah, they just they took her. This is like a LaMedia type special.
Is she not having a better season than Caitlin Clark?
Way better season. Oh, yeah, way better. I mean,
and when you think about it, the Fever got 3 All-Stars. Kelsey Milcher is an All-Star. Boston is an All-Star. Boston is ranked higher than Caitlin Clark on this list. Kelsey Milcher should be, right? So you got 3 players that are All-Stars on one team, and then they had DeWanna Bonner coming off the bench. DeWanna Bonner just got released and picked up by Phoenix and came in the game off the bench and it went 6 for 7, 3 for 4 behind the arc, 20 points off the bench in like 15 minutes. And she's a top 3 scorer of all time. Like, this girl is the female Kevin Durant. They had that on the bench, and Natasha Howard, who plays at the all-star level, but she can't get the ball enough. Like that team was stacked this summer. That team was stacked for them to make a playoff run, and they can't get out their own way because they want to play Clark ball.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, though, Mel, even with that, last season, they didn't have all these pieces, right? And Clark was allowed to play 40 minutes a game and take all the shots, but she was allowed to take all the shots she wanted to. So I just want to know, what's the narrative this season? So she has the help this season. She has players that can catch her passes. Actually, she's just throwing bad passes. Can we talk about that?
They said she hurt. Everything is because they hurt. She hurt.
I mean, but so then just stay out. Maybe she does, because they're comparing her. So Colin Cowherd has recently compared her to Michael Jordan, saying that Michael Jordan came into the league. He was really good that first season. He had an amazing, earth-shattering first season, and then the second season, he was out injured, and I think that was when he broke his foot, right, Mel? And I just think the clear difference is that Caitlin Clark was never playing at the level that she was hyped up to play at. She was not playing at a Michael Jordan or a LeBron James or even Kevin Garnett level. She was not coming out of college playing at the level that people were hyping her up to be.
She played at a Jimmer Fredette level.
Now, I do have a question.
A Jeremy Lin.
So the list was a top 25 list, right? But we were only covering the top 10. There's a top 25. So where did Angel fall?
Angel fell yeah.
Y'all feel like that was deserving? Should have been higher? Should have been lower? For the season,
I think she could have been higher based on how she's been playing as of late, but she got out the gate slow too.
A little slow too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she could have been higher too. But what I will say is that like the WNBA is a big man's league, and so when I take a look at the other big men that are on, this list, I don't see how Angel Reese compares to them offensively or defensively. So she might have really good stat line, but she's not, to me. She's not near the skill set of Aaliyah Boston or, Asia Wilson or Nafisa Collier.
Yeah, but you're going to get only a handful of big men. The ones you named, Boston, Asia, Nafisa, right? Then after that, okay, Stewie, right? That's 4. I can go with Sabali. Now I'm just talking about offensively. And then maybe Aneka. So that's, what is that, 5 or 6 players?
That's not maybe though. That's for sure. Nneka Ogwumike.
That's for sure.
Yeah, she's
for
on.
Sure.
She's top 10. I think those players are
correct.
Better than Angel Reese currently this season. The way that they're
right.
playing.
So you got a handful of big men or big women, maybe 5 or 6 players, offensively better than Angel Reese. Now I agree with you there. I disagree that they're defensively better than Angel Reese. I don't think nobody other than Fee and Asia. And maybe a Neku, that's 3. That's better than her defensively.
Nneka Ogwumike. I'm just saying that with what you just said, I don't think that catapults her into the top 10. Maybe she could be at 15. Maybe she's moving up 2-3 spots, but I'm not putting her into the top 10 because of what she's been able to accomplish.
No, not top 10. No, she definitely not top 10 at all.
Because that's her list. That's her list. Like I can't give her higher than 13. And even that for me.
I'm with you on that. 12 to 17 is fine.
When you're mixing, guards, into this list, you know what I'm saying? I think I think she's a top 10 big. I don't think she's a top 10 player.
Fair.
No, I don't think she's a top 10 player either. But she could have been higher. But I don't think, like you said,
probably
I don't
12
think.
or 13. 12
or 13
12 to 14
would be the highest she could go.
Because I could put her. I think what you said is tracking, Mel. To me, she tracks right outside of the top 5 big girls in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Power forward centers. When
and she's getting better.
She's flirting with top 5 in that category.
And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
Says it, I'm fine with it. I'm not arguing it, but I think we could put her outside.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say this because it's only right. And me and Mel had a conversation about this a while back, and I had said that at the beginning of the season when Angel was slow out the blocks.
Look at how Chris is smiling.
I was like, there might need to be a conversation now. And Mel was like, conversation about what? And I was just like, the Angel Reese conversation. And sat back, we chilled on the topic for a little bit. He told me, just wait a minute. And she has grown into her game, and she has gotten better. And so, you know, I rescind my previous statements.
She's somebody for me though that she starts off rocky the season, especially offensively, missing layups and doing, you know, that kind of thing. And then she gets better. She finds her groove. But like what I'm looking towards already for Angel Reese is her third season. I'm looking to see, okay, like, you know, is she going to have that same kind of thing? Is she going to slide back into the, you know, into that bad footwork behavior, or, you know, just either purposely or just missing a myriad of layups constantly and they're calling her me bounds, you know? So like I want to see that improve next season. So I'm giving Angel Reese all the credit, all the flowers for improving in her game mid-season, you know, and just like she's a dog. And I think that's what we love about her when we watch her, you know, and she says it and she's aggressive and she's just got a lot of flair and charisma. And I really enjoy watching her.
Yeah, I think that'd be my only gripe is that start training a little bit earlier if that's what it takes for you to get into that mode, so that way you can come into the season already kind of clicking.
What I will say is she was injured. Remember, she was injured at the end of last season, so she was injured throughout the off season, and probably maybe that contributed to why she had a slower start. I don't know.
So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for that, and then we'll you know, take the progress that she's made. Yeah, we'll take
so all the missing the layups, maybe, you know. I don't want to say that she wasn't working on her game. She has to.
Yeah,
She
so
was working with Lisa Leslie.
Yeah,
well, she played in the Unrivaled League, and she re-injured the wrist right before the season.
Right, exactly.
So I'll take that progress from this season, and you know, if she can carry it, start the next season strong, no injuries and everything, and she can, you know, build on this, then we'll be, you know, we'll see this gravy train really start rolling. So that's what I'm looking for.
I don't think they're making a run. I don't think the Chicago.
No, not a run, but like her personal game, her individual game. You know what I'm saying?
I want them to suck one more year so they can get Juju.
They probably will. They probably will.
They need to suck one more year. I want to see Juju team up with a man.
Well,
for real.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we got 15 minutes, and I want to.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Game to mind, and we won't take phone calls on this one. I don't think we're gonna take phone calls.
We're doing this one. We're doing Bob.
We're gonna do game to mind really quick because I think y'all want to hear this one, right? Game to mind. So much stuff came out of the Game to Mind podcast.
Are you doing that on purpose?
What am I doing on purpose?
Game to
mind the game.
No, it's game.
No, yeah, I am doing it on purpose. Game to mind.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, it's game to mind.
I mean, that's what they're doing, right?
Chris, I've called it Lamine games. I've called it just the game.
I just wanted to make, because you know he getting up there in age, so I just wanted to make sure he wasn't.
That's what they're doing. They're brainwashing. They're really trying to game the mind. That's what they're doing. So Game to Mind podcast. So much stuff was said. We're gonna try to go through some of it, man. We got to be quick with it because we trying to enter that 6, right? So we'll be brief with this. No phone calls, but it's a couple of sound bites from Game to Mind that came out, man. So Kevin Durant disrespecting MJ, Kevin Durant and LeBron disrespecting Wilt. I mean, it was just a lot, man. So here we go.
This must have been episode 2 because I didn't hear that part.
I can't wait to hold up the sign with my grandkids that I scored 101 points in the game before.
It's coming.
Yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, we should take it right now so I can I can hold it up and now
they not gonna believe you?
Yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Just 100.
Right, I'll pass Kobe. Yeah.
At the end, he said, "Yeah, I passed Kobe." You talking about Wilt, and then Kobe name came out of your mouth. Oh, I passed Kobe. Like what did they call it? Vowardian slip. Like Kobe was on his mind. Like he's really concerned about getting Kobe out of the way, and he let that slip. Oh, and I passed Kobe, because I got 100. So not only is he saying we don't think Wilt really did it, just because he held the sign up don't really mean he scored 100. And then at the end, I can finally pass Kobe. Thoughts?
I think for one, Mel, that I don't think that what he was saying. So I don't think it was a Freudian slip. I think he said it so that he can say that they're not even acknowledging the 100-point record from Wilt Chamberlain. I'm holding up this sign that says 101 so I can say I passed Kobe, because Wilt's record doesn't even exist.
Mm.
So it's just disrespectful. You know what I mean? He said it before. So he started the narrative and the rumor that the Wilt Chamberlain 100 points never exists. Austin Reeves said it. He said that LeBron told him that. J.R. Smith went on a media tour saying that LeBron James started that and told him that, told everybody on the team that.
Good point.
You know, LeBron James, I think, is just a despicable human being. And Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, they are both rolling over in their graves right now. To disrespect the legacy of 81 points. So 81 points could happen, and Wilt Chamberlain averaging 50 could happen, right? Nobody's denying that. He could average 50, but there's no way that he scored 100. He was just bigger, stronger, faster. But there's no way that he could do that.
Chris.
LeBron James.
His obsession needs to be studied. I think he might have the first version of basketball CTE. So I want his brain donated to science whenever that time comes. But in the meantime, that is just insane work. You're talking about Wilt. If you got 101, clearly you passed Kobe's 81. Because simple math says that 100 is more than 81. So if you got 101, you passed Kobe's 81 by 20 points. Everybody would know that. There's no reason for you to come out your mouth and say, and I finally passed Kobe. For what? And then they tell track stars, never turn your head back when you're running because you slow down. Never look behind you. If you've already passed Kobe, right? You think you've already passed him. It's just you and Mike at the top. Why you keep looking back?
Because he keep hearing the footsteps and people bring his name up. He trying to make sure that, you know, Kobe don't get back in this conversation.
That's just sick work, man. Yeah.
I think it's crazy. All right, there's more though.
There's a lot more.
There's more.
You got to ask yourself, you got to recommit to this game. Just like you sign a new contract, every time you get better as a player, I truly feel that you got to recommit and sign that contract with yourself every so often. Like, all right, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Well, some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a contract I feel like you got to have with yourself, too, in order for you to be a great ball player or to have a long career. That's the goal, to be in the league for 20 years. That's the goal. However you want to get there, but you got to recommit to yourself before you commit to anything else.
In the shop.
So he said that's the goal, play 20 years, right? That's the goal. And now we're questioning if Michael Jordan was as committed because he didn't play 20 years. I know Kevin Durant don't believe that, but since he's in Rome, he has to do as the Romans do. So he's on game to mind. So he's got to go with the agenda of what LeBron is already built momentum going toward. So he just followed suit and said some clown stuff. And we know how he feel about Kobe and Mike. He set them apart and said nobody's even close, their head and shoulders above everybody. But I'm at my brother's podcast, so I had to talk like I'm clutch. But that's your boy. Why he do that?
That is my boy. That is my boy. And I'm actually pretty.
You got to explain.
I'm actually pretty disappointed. That's low business, man. And for somebody who, for the majority of his career, has just been what you want a prototypical basketball player to be. Somebody who just loves the game of basketball. Somebody who just wakes up, eats, breathes, and sleeps basketball, right? And you get regarded as one of the greatest scorers of all time. Like that's common. That's a common debate. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. What is First off, saying that the goal is to play 20 years, whose goal is that? The goal is to win. The goal is to win championships, etch your name in history. The goal was never to play 20 years. Mike did what he needed to do in 15. And honestly, we could say what? 13, because 2 of those was injury years. So he did what he needed to do in 13 to 15 years. 6 rings, 6 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? And got on. When he realized, I got what I came here for. At that point, you're cheating the game, right? We're watching LeBron actively cheat the game. You want to say Kobe went 20 years? Okay, cool. But Kobe was still playing at a high level until probably the last 4 or 5 years when the body toll started really taking effect. And then it was just out of loyalty to the organization at that point, right? But it was still one team, right? We're watching LeBron 4 different teams or four different stints with 3 different teams. 23, this is gonna be his 23rd season, right? Chasing all these different accolades because he knows that one, he'll probably never get another ring to even match Kobe or Magic, knowing you're not going to get 2 more to even be in the same ring conversation as Mike. So you're going to get all these other ticky-tack little things. Oh, I'm going to go get the scoring record. Oh, I'm going to get the most years played record. This, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. Cheating the game. You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite lines from rap is when I stop having fun with it, I'm done with it. At what point do you stop having, this is not fun anymore? You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Durant is about to be his 17th season coming up. And as a Kevin Durant fan, I love it because I don't want to see his game. I don't want to see his game leave yet. That's my favorite player. But at the same time, you're doing the same thing. You're starting to cheat the game. And I understand that your love for basketball is probably goes further than anybody else in the league currently. But at what point do you know that you're just, like Dom likes to say, stealing money?
All right. So the natural progression of a superstar, especially that's on that level, I can't stand. It's almost like a gladiator. If I can't whoop everybody no more, I'm not about to be out there on one leg. Just you get what I'm saying? You got to leave with some type of dignity, right? So, you said your favorite saying is if I know
with it, I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. My favorite one is you got to shit or get off the pot. And LeBron ain't shitting no more, right? So there's 2 ways you can get off the pot. You can stop taking top dollar and naturally flow into your background. I'm here to support. I'm doing what Iguodala did with Golden State. I'm doing what David West did with Golden State. They don't win those championships if they don't have veterans that have been number 1s and number 2s before, who could still force their way on some team to be a number 1, but say, no, I'm going to take less money to play on a championship team off the bench so Draymond, Clay, and Steph can have their day in the sun. That's what LeBron and KD supposed to be doing. I'm taking less money. I can't do it no more as a number 1, so stop giving me number 1 money. I fall back. I roll into the bench role, and I help a player like freaking Holly Burton get a ring, or I would do that. That's what you're supposed to be doing. They can't shit no more. Get off the pot. Let somebody else do it. Let a young star do it. You old now. You longer than 2, but they're sticking around for no reason.
But you know what?
Calling it longevity.
Right.
I'll say this and be real quick, and I'll let you go down. But it's partially our fault because, and I say us as the fans, as the media, it's partially our fault because we keep telling these guys that they are gods amongst men. We keep putting them on this pedestal that you are still this level of player, right? And that might be the case. Kevin Durant, year 17, is still a 50, 40, 90 guy. Cool. Does that equate to any wins of importance lately? The last ring you won was in 2018. LeBron, you're for the freak athlete that you are, you're still able to go in your 40s. But what has that translated into as far as wins? It hasn't. And so I think because the fans and the media, we keep saying like, oh yeah, you're still this, that, and the third. It would be a huge ego bruise for them to step back and be like, okay, you know what? Let me be the vet. Let me be the bridge guy. Let me teach this guy how to, which is why I was kind of like, maybe the deal had to be done, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of wish that Jalen Green would have stayed in Houston, because then that you could have, that would have been something for Kevin Durant to be like, okay, let me teach you how to be the one. Let me help you grow into be the one. But these guys aren't doing that. LeBron is not passing the torch, which is why we see that dynamic with him and Luka not working, and it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this dynamic in Houston is going to work. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of everybody who could be a one to make Kevin Durant the one. So now you're going to want this 37-year-old to be the one, and you're supposed to be competitive in the West?
Yeah, that's tough.
Go ahead, Dom.
I just think there's a few things wrong with Kevin Durant and this sit down that he had with LeBron and Steve Nash. And I think, the first thing is that, in Chris, I know like you really didn't like when I called Kevin Durant a beta, but this is just an example of why I feel that he is that person. He just doesn't, to me, do well with having his own opinions when he's in a group. And so I think that he falls into groupthink, herd mentality, mob mentality. LeBron is out here trying to push mob mentality. He's got like a cult of fans, right? That they're ready to pick up things like this right away and run with it. Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant knows that. Kevin Durant knows that. And so if you notice and I think you were disappointed because what he said, I think that there's something to that, but it's how he said it. He could have said that everybody approaches their career differently. Michael Jordan, if he couldn't give the game everything that he had every moment, he stepped away from the game. He later on goes on to say that he respected Michael Jordan taking that time off for his mental health. And to me, where he messed up, so he says that, right? But he says it negatively when he was with LeBron and on that podcast, right? He was just like, oh, some people, they take time off and go play baseball. Michael Jordan's dad died. Kwame Brown came out and blasted them, called them smart ass idiots, talked about how dare they bring up a time of retirement when, Michael Jordan retired at that time in 1993 because his father died. And so, I thought it was really in poor taste, absolutely disgusting, because you see LeBron James and Steve Nash, if you watch this interview, they're laughing. So you're laughing again about somebody retiring because their father passed away, which those are two people. I'm sorry, I have to say this, guys, and you guys might not like it, but this is the truth you need to hear. LeBron James and Kevin Durant, both of them, they don't have a dad. They don't know what that's like. They don't know what that's like to experience that feeling of pain of your father dying. Theirs just abandoned them or wasn't around. Mm-hmm. So again, like they didn't have that father figure to teach them the class of the game that you should have. When you take a look at a Julius Erving, like that's class personified. I'm not seeing that out of Kevin Durant and LeBron James in this moment, and it is a disgrace. And
not that moment at all.
He is a follower. I'm sorry, he followed behind Westbrook, dressing like him, looking like him when he was on OKC, shoots over to Golden State, leaves in a 3-year period of time. And I believe it was because he didn't have anybody to truly follow behind over there. They didn't love him. Like Draymond did not give him the kind of respect that he should have as a teammate. Then leaves Golden State, goes over to Brooklyn, following behind Kyrie Irving. Just following him. And I don't think he was really prepared for what that looked like. So that relationship blew up in smoke. Then goes over to Phoenix, reinvents himself there with Booker, who's considered to be a pretty boy, starts cutting his hair again, lotioning up those ankles. Alopecia Durant, ashy ankle Durant is kind of, faded away. But I just can't believe that he had the nerve to participate in this with, LeBron James, and then go and do an about face right away. As soon as he gets by himself, when he can't take that heat, that internet heat, the Kwame Brown backlash, all of the tweets, he's going to say, oh, Mike's still the GOAT. Why didn't you qualify that statement when you were on Mind the Game with LeBron in front of Steve Nash? Why didn't you say Mike is the GOAT, but even he had to do what he had to do for himself. He had to take a step away from the game. Not everybody's perfect, But
you know what, Dom? I still don't, even if he would have been more responsible with how he said it, I still don't respect it, because you can't compare a player that got the whole league on his shoulders, who've three-peated, who've done so much about basketball, losing his father and needing to step away from the game for a mental check, right? You can't compare that with someone who didn't lose their mom or dad going and playing 20 years. The only way you can compare you playing 20 years is if you said, well, when my mom died, I kept playing. Michael Jordan had to step away. That's a comparison.
They literally, though, Mel, you would be shocked. The blind witnesses and the Bron fans, the Bron sexuals, they will go out there and say, LeBron didn't have a father. He had much worse. That's literally the narrative. I'm not kidding. He's the kid from Akron. He has no business even being LeBron James. He shouldn't be there. He doesn't even belong. LeBron has said it multiple times. And then the fans go out and repeat it, that because he didn't have a dad, he had it much worse. Michael Jordan grew up in the lap of luxury in a 2-parent home. That's the narrative, that LeBron had it so much worse. And in fact, he's a victim. So again, I think that this was disgraceful. You know, I covered this on my own channel. I titled the thumbnail, Go Along, Get Along. Okay. And Kevin Durant, it's mob mentality where they don't care what the consequences for pushing these narratives. They don't care if the whole basketball community is in tears, hating each other, fighting, killing over these kinds of things. This has completely divided NBA fans. Michael Jordan versus LeBron. He doesn't care. He is willing to do anything, say anything, take anybody down, anybody's family, anybody's career, anybody's contract, all in the name of this GOAT conversation and where he's going to be placed.
And MJ and the old guys, Magic, Bird, they're not doing none of that. It's because all coming from
about being the greatest of all time. You want fans to say this about you, but you don't want to be part of actually.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be part. You ain't supposed to be part of it by saying, "Oh, Michael Jordan fans are getting the best of the LeBron fans." So me as LeBron, I'm gonna step down and help. I'm gonna give y'all something to go use as ammo. I'm gonna start a podcast so I can kill all these narratives for y'all, to give y'all talking points. That is insane, dog.
Did you hear him say, we're done with the 90s? He created this, his media company. He's telling us, hey, me and Clutch Sports, my Clutch media company, I started all of this. I'm letting you guys know he's dropping these little nuggets for us right now. I don't know why people don't see this. He started We're Done with the 90s, him and Gilbert Arenas.
That's done. All right, so we gotta move. Let me get to these super chats first. Taco Master said maybe KD, like LeBron, accepted that he's not getting another ring, so he's propping up longevity. DC Slim said the Jordan worship got to stop. Okay, we'll stop, DC. DC also said Jordan and LeBron are the same fake goats. I agree. Both of them are fake goats. VC, dare say MJ got his pops killed and the retirement was suspension. Yeah, I heard that too. All right, so there's another soundbite from LeBron. This was from that season finale for the episode, and this is where he said that super teams. Oh man! First of all, the question was about Wembanyama, right? So he answered the question about Wemby, and then just in mid sentence, mid stroke, said, "And super teams has always existed." Right. And then it gave examples of super teams and said Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And Steve Nash was like, yeah. And then he said Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman. What?
What a joke.
Listen.
This guy, I feel like he's grown another 2 or 3 inches for sure in the offseason. But I mean, the game is going to continue to evolve. You know, like you said, the Big Three era had its moment. The Big Three era has always had its moment. You know, way before myself, D-Wade, and Boss came together, you know, you had, Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, they played together. You know, you had so many guys that's the Big Three era. So
Bird, Parrish, McHale.
Exactly. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, so the Big Three era will always kind of be there, but, having depth, being able to have the ability to bring in multiple guys that can do multiple things, I think that's the era that we may fall into. But whatever era and however the game shapes itself, just know, guys, that we listening to y'all and we're going to put the best product on the floor every single night because we hear y'all talking and we know y'all love our game. So I appreciate it. I really thank you for real.
Look, we ain't got to waste time on this. I'll kill this real quick. You just can't say we'll take the top 3 players on the team and say it's a big 3. That's not what a big 3 is. The reason why we start calling it a big 3 is because you took the number 1 player off of 3 different teams and put them on one team.
Number 1 score.
The number 1 option, the number 1 scorer, the franchise player. Rodman has never been a franchise player, never been a number 1, 2, or 3. Pippen has never been a franchise player. He's not a number. Well, he was a number 1. He tried it for a year or 2. He failed the second season, and Michael Jordan had to come save him. All right, he's never been. He was a number 1 for a year and a half. Right, so if you want to call Pippen a number 1, great. So you got a dynamic duo. That's not a big 3 because Rodman is not considered a number 1. The difference between the Miami Heat big 3 is that all 3 of those guys were number 1 in their prime, and number 2, they were number 1s for a franchise, and they led them successfully. They were proven number 1s, not a number 1 de facto. They were proven number 1s. Parrish was never a number 1. Neither was McHale. Right? They're not number 1s. Bird is a number 1. Right? So that is insane. Now, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Wilt, was it Wilt? I would give you that. That's a big 3.
I'm not, because Wilt joined the Lakers way outside of his prime.
So he was past his prime. Okay, cool. But at least he's a number 1, but he was past his prime. But at least that's close. But McHale, Parrish, and Bird, and Rodman, Mike, and Kobe, and Pippen, man, you got to stop.
You want to know why it's stupid? Because every team back when Wilt Chamberlain was playing and, Bill Russell and them, every team was a super team. They had the best collection of athletes. They only had 8 teams.
Right. Well, there were 100 players in the league. You can say that, but even then, what makes you super is how you separate yourself from the average team of talent pool. So if they all had the same talent pool, then that means there's no super team because they're all the same. They're all evenly matched. I mean, you can say the Celtics was a super team for sure.
Celtics and Lakers were considered like the super teams of the league, back then. But I just think, I don't know. LeBron he was getting booed. I don't know if I watched the entire episode. He did it. So he went to Fanatics Fest and then held the Mind the Game finale in New York for a live crew. So Game the Mind. Can you imagine, could you imagine us being live in front of a whole audience like that? It just takes away so much of, what a podcast is supposed to be about, the intimacy that, that we have right here. And so, when you do that, it's just he even has to create a spectacle of that. Everything is a spectacle with LeBron James, and he got booed. So he went to New York and they were booing him all throughout the episode. So you can hear it. He even starts to talk to the hecklers. Oh, I hear a lot of New York fans. You guys going to win a title next season? He shows us at every point, even throughout this episode, that he's responsible for a lot of the narratives. The narratives about the Knicks, there you go. He leans into every single one of them. So if he's not responsible, he perpetuates them. And this is just why he's one of the most unlikable superstars that have ever lived.
All right, so I got one more before we move to the last topic, and we ended it right at 6:20, right? But this is Olden Polynice on Byron Scott's podcast, talking about how LeBron is only playing to continue to pad his stats.
Clearly.
Right? LeBron is still there. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We don't know how many more years LeBron is going to play. How does this affect LeBron and the Lakers going forward?
It affects in a couple ways. Number one, he may not be with the Lakers, but I do believe he's still going to play past next year and the year after that. I believe that LeBron's going to play at least 5 more years minimum.
5 more years?
Wait, OP, he's not playing 5 years.
Wait a minute. He's 42 now, right?
I believe he's 42.
So you're saying, OP, that this man going to play past 45 years of age, almost close to 50, right? Okay, my opinion, I think he plays maybe 2.
Mine is 1.
Oh, you think this is going to be his last year?
This is it. This is his last year with the Lakers.
Nope.
He just,
I don't care what
this
you
is
say.
it.
You know why? LeBron has shown us who he is. He's gotten all the records, right? The man should have retired maybe 3 years ago.
He could have,
but he hasn't. Okay, so
but why? But why?
I'm explaining to you why. We get to your 1 year, right? Puts him at 43.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm so close. We get to your second year. I'm 44. Oh my God, no. Man, I could play till I'm 45 because why? Robert Parrish already played at 42.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kareem, all those guys.
Yeah.
Kevin Willis. Let me do something that no one's done. When he gets to 45, he's going to look at it and go, damn, I'm still in shape. I can still go. You know how we used to have a phrase, stealing years?
Yeah. Stealing money.
He hasn't gotten to his stealing years yet.
So you see, so what you're saying, OP,
he
is
hasn't gotten to it yet. So now he's got about 5 years of stealing money.
So you're saying he's chasing individual stats.
That's all he's been doing.
I thought he was chasing rings, but okay. Chasing individual stats.
Well, that's what I was getting into. Like he's chasing the individual stats.
Yes.
But is he chasing rings?
No. It's not possible anymore. He would have to go legit.
Okay.
He'd have to go to OKC to get a ring.
Chris, why is LeBron still playing?
To probably have his name on every record that could ever exist. Possibly. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't think that retirement will bring him, happiness. Maybe he doesn't know what his life is outside of basketball. I don't know. He's been trying to take up golf lately. Maybe that's not been doing so well. I don't know. I honestly don't know. If he wants to be the first person to play 30 years, I don't know what the deal is. But I've been done watching him play for like 4 years now.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what he wants a chance to win a ring with his sons. It would have to be him, Bronny, Bryce, and then 15 other superstars for that to happen.
It's about stats, in my opinion. Dominique, the super chat on the screen, if you had to give LeBron advice other than retire, what would you tell him to do?
I would tell him to read a book.
Which book?
Legitly read a book, not that bullshit you be doing.
I would tell him to read up on the history of the game and be a real student of the game. That would be my advice for LeBron. And that's genuine advice. It's not me trolling him. It's just like, hey, like be a true student of the game, not just honestly, even when he talks about guys from the past, he didn't watch any of it. I don't even think he really watched Michael Jordan play. I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. I don't think he watched. I think that he's fed everything to say, and he says lies. And
the
it's
maturing
really
candidate.
Yeah. I think it's just he needs to read up and be a true student of the game. Know your history, do your homework.
Is he still playing for stats, or do he really want another ring? I'm pretty sure he won another ring, but he's playing for the stats though.
He's playing for the stats. I think he wouldn't mind picking up another ring. I think
Correct.
LeBron James feels like it doesn't really matter how many more rings he gets. That's what I think he believes. But if he does get more rings, he'll spin it one way or another. It's a win. So if he plays longer, it's a win. If he gets another ring, it's a win. I also think that the guy's got to go. I'm with you, Chris. I was finished watching him before. I wish that he retired in 2016. And like on that
after the bubble, the bubble would have been fine.
After the bubble, for sure.
Walk off into your manufactured sunset and go the fuck away.
Yeah.
just leave.
But the problem with, having a Bronny and Bryce, I mean, yeah, you need 15 superstars to, to manufacture a win off of that. But it's just like, how can the league possibly continue the James family show? So we're going to draft Bronny. Which Kardashian do you think Bryce will be? So to me, I think Bronny is Kylie. I think that Rich Paul is Kris Jenner. He's brokering the sex tape for sure.
No comment. No comment.
On that note,
Sports facts, $5 super chat. This era should honor Steph and scrap the rest. Dominique is out of control. Taco Master LeBron is still planning to retire on year 23 and try to get 23 associated with his name instead of Jordan. Oh, interesting.
That would be smart. And that's what, so if you notice at the end of the season, he started like retirement marketing. Did you see the, like he's in front of a podium. There's like all
Amazon
these
commercial
cameras. I think, yeah, right. And he's just like, LeBron, you're gonna retire this year, LeBron? And he's like, I'm asking myself the same question. And then the commercial's over.
All right, let's get to the last topic, y'all. And this is a good one too, man. So Shaquille O'Neal threatened to smack a raccoon in the face. He said he was gonna smack fire out of Bob Griffin III for constantly putting Angel Reese's name in his mouth for whatever reason that trying to say she's jealous and all this crazy stuff, man. This girl can't do nothing without him making some comment, and he's out for blood because he feels like his family and his wife is getting heat behind this thing with Angel Reese, right? And he don't, he's always going to have an axe to grind with her because now his wife got a battery in his back. So, but Shaq had something to say to him, and this is what Shaq said.
Speaking of man, RG3. Tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese. I'm punching your fucking face. Okay? It's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job. You got your podcast. Leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. It's not real hate. If you look around what's going on in this real country, that's hate. This is sports. I'm not supposed to like you. It's a shame that all the stuff you did in your life, you're going to be remembered for your podcast. You're going to be remembered for your podcast. That should tell you you're not that fucking great. I don't want to be remembered for Shaq's Bit podcast. I do not. Like, leave those girls alone. You already spoke on it. Let it go. So what? He hates her. So fucking what? I hate you now for messing with her. Now what? Say something about me. But she's not going to respond because I'm the one calling her and be like, baby, keep it classy. Because she's not soft by any means. You're from the streets. But I'm like, you're beautiful. Don't indulge with these fools because he's a fool. You don't even have G14 classification to say that. I would respect it more if Lisa Leslie said it. Like, that's your category. Stay out of them people's category. Okay, you're sports, whatever you do, you talk about sports, but bro, you don't need to be going deep. Y'all can go deep. Y'all are females. Y'all understand what that's like. If he hates her, so what? Mind your business. Like, I don't mind you doing your job saying anyone, but don't pick on that little girl. Because guess what? I'm her protector. Now pick on me. You pick on me, I'm going to punch you in your fucking face.
So here's a little context. Shaq is the president of Reebok. Shaq signed Angel Reese to a deal. He dropped her first sneaker. Well, he showed the first sneaker a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't drop until 2026. So she's his investment. Right. So that's number one. Number two is they're both LSU alums. He has taken her under his wing as like a little sister. Right. That's number two. Number three is that somebody has to say something because RG3 took a picture that was racially or modified to show her as a monkey and share it. But the guy who made this picture and shared it only had a small following. So for someone with 2 million followers to take that picture, retweet it so everyone can see the picture, have a comment with one sentence saying this is not right, and then 4 paragraphs talking about how he got a problem with Angel Reese. You're not hiding what you're really trying to do. You really tweeted that so more people can see it. Right, you're giving racist people more ammo to go at Angel Reese because you felt like Angel Reese did something that brought heat to your family, right? So, and he said all that in the 4 paragraphs. Angel Reese did this and brought heat on my family, blah blah blah, and like he mentioned all that while he's supposedly saying no one deserves to be depicted as a monkey, but you reshared the picture to 2 million people, and 8 million people seen that tweet. 8 million. Right. So that's the background on why Shaq did this. And a lot of people feel like Shaq was out of pocket for it. and RG3 is justified for what he did. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I'll let y'all spin on it.
Just disgusting. Bob Griffin is a disgrace. And I mean, he's following the Emmanuel Acho formula, and I just can't wait. It's just like, I've been pretty quiet about this whole thing with him because to me, I'm looking at him and all I see is Emmanuel Acho. That's all I see. And all I see is a future of Bob Griffin III getting what he deserves, just like Emmanuel Acho just did. So these things, they don't, you think you won something, but you really haven't. And, in the long run, like, he's going to get what he deserves. I believe it. So whether Shaq actually punches him in the face, or he loses a job or loses something important to him, or that wife leaves him or cheats on him, or whatever the case may be, I just think that what goes around comes around, and he's going to get what he deserves for the cyber bullying of a young woman online. I don't know why he's attacking Angel Reese. Like, okay, you had an opinion, but like, it's time to move on. He's targeting her the way, who's Pierce, who's that guy? He was fired for Pierce, what's his name?
Piers Morgan.
Yes, Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan. He was targeting Meghan Markle, like, constantly.
Oh, really?
Every single day. He was fired. He was fired from his show because he would not stop. He was obsessed with her and saying the most horrible, like, racist narratives and things like that. Just always, like, it was just horrible, perpetuating that she didn't belong in the royal family.
Oh yeah, okay.
Felt that it was just because she was Black. And so, Bob Griffin III, to me, you're allowed to love who you want and be who you want, be with whoever you want. But he just looks really, really bad overall. And, everything that he's saying, that, the people that agree with him, he's appealing to the entire, race and gender war that's going on right now that involves the WNBA, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. He's feeding into that. And he is a disgusting, despicable human being.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it is, I don't think he's going to stop because he hasn't got his pound of flesh. He don't feel like he got his lick back from his family getting threats. He claimed that his family got threats, and he think it's Angel Reese's fault. I don't know what Angel Reese did. Maybe she tweeted something, and maybe the Reese's Pieces came after her family. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same way the media and the people who support Caitlin Clark, they would go after Cheryl Swoops, right? I'm pretty sure she's gotten a lot of hate. All right. People have said some mean things about Cheryl, that all in the name of Caitlin. We had a person that actually followed Angel Reese last year, and they had to call the police on him. Yeah. All in the name of Caitlin. He wasn't no reporter. He wasn't TMZ. He wasn't paparazzi. He was a regular person that said, I'm going to get off my couch and find out what hotel that Chicago Sky is staying at. I'm going to get there, and I'm going to approach Angel Reese and ask her about Caitlin Clark. This was a regular guy with no credentials. Right. That's very scary. Right. So I guess someone that's a Reese fan may have said something on Twitter or social media to RG3's family, and he can't let it go. Go ahead, Chris.
So first, you can't claim to be an advocate against hate and discrimination while actively posting hate and discrimination. Like we said, the profile that originally posted the pic had a couple of followers. I would assume somebody would have the common sense enough to understand the magnitude of their following. I have a decent following. I know that I'm also a polarizing figure as of late. So if I post something, the media might run with it. It might get a lot of attention. So there's no way that you could sit there and write that long ass bullshit essay condemning hate and saying that there's no room for racism in this world while showing the picture of racism. You're not that stupid. Maybe he is. But also, mind you, this is the same guy that got fired from ESPN. Hasn't done anything but his little podcast or whatever since then. So maybe this was a chance to get back, in the light and get some attention and get some money up. And if that's the case, that is also a terrible way to do it, because you're doing it at the expense of your fellow sister, right? And at this point, I don't know if I even call her your sister, because you acting more of the other kind than the brother kind. You feel me? And so I don't agree with and first off, when I read his soliloquy, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, garbage, disgusting. Because why are you saying you're condemning this and then you go and condemn Angel for something that Angel didn't directly have to do with whatever is going on with your family in the first place?
Correct.
Then
started with her, though, Chris. He started with her. He's saying that she hates Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, hold on.
Because of a basketball game they played.
Let me cook. So, and then you go and put out this false claim that somebody in Angel's inner circle told you that she hates Caitlin Clark. So then the mom of Angel Reese and Angel Reese come out and say, what? The inner circle's so small. Give us a name. Who said it? Who told you that? So Bobbert, he's Bobbert now. Bobbert, disrespectfully, fuck you, dude. I haven't rocked with you in a while, because you've been on this path of Uncle Ruckusry as of late, but this has put you over the top. And I'm 100% with Shaq. And I hope that if they ever do cross paths, that Shaq actually does, you know what I'm saying? Because this is absolutely, and for all the people that's saying, oh, Shaq is simping, oh, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. This is the same group of people that don't believe in protecting their own people. So Shaq is taking on the role of being big brother, or that's Uncle Shaq. Saying, y'all making it more than what it is. That relationship is literally just big brother, big uncle type stuff. But who else is gonna step up and protect Angel Reese and these other women, if not the older generation? Because clearly it's not her own generation that's stepping up for her. God forbid somebody actually goes out and protects them from stuff that's happening like this. We should be celebrating her. This is like what Tina Thompson said. We should be celebrating her. She's only one of 3 black women to be on the cover of NBA 2K. She's out here doing incredible numbers. She's doing double numbers that nobody has ever seen before. We should be celebrating Angel Reese, like what the Chicago Sky did when she got the cover. The whole arena had Angel Reese 2K shirts on the seats. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about this monkey cover that nobody would have even seen except for the 30-something people that followed the actual account. But courtesy of Bobbert, we all are now aware of this pic. And I'm sorry, I apologize if your family got death threats, this, that, and the third. That is truly unfortunate. But on the same token, when you say things that people don't like, there are extreme fans out here. It's not right, but there are extreme fans out here, and you put your family in the position to take that heat by doing your profession. It's an unwritten contract that you signed. You on the dotted line that there are fans who are going to be super in agreement with you. There are going to be fans who are super in disagreement with you, and a lot of people can't. They blur the lines of what's respectful and disrespectful, and then you end up getting these bad sides of it with these death threats, which is, of course, is not cool. But to go and pin that on somebody that is just out here playing, she's doing her job. You think she's out here orchestrating death threats with her fans? No, that's super fandom. People who are going to take it upon themselves to go be like, oh, you said such and such and such and such. Now it's F you this, F you that, under the guise of it's sending from Angel Reese. And that's not the case. So you blaming Angel Reese, you condemning her while trying to uplift and curse racism and curse discrimination, and you in the same, like, it's backhanded, and we don't respect backhanded. We don't respect you.
Well said. Hey, really quick, I'm gonna read these super chats. We go end it. Dom, you got time for one phone call?
Of course. Of
Okay,
course.
all right.
Let's do it. Let's end the show
All right.
properly.
All right, good. Super chat, Tony Lesmore, $5 super chat. I think this was on the LeBron topic. He said this dude is ridiculous. He realized he can't reach the bar, so he tried to lower it. Pathetic. King speech. $2 super chat. When Bron retires, the attention stops. That's why. And then the last super chat, Taco Master said, off topic, Chinese Jokic might actually be a baller. I might actually go to some Trailblazers game. Yeah, Chinese Jokic is cooking. All right, caller from DC. You the only caller we're going to take on this topic. Hold on. Let me. Caller from DC, can you hear us?
Hey, what it do? Man Down Podcast. So toss it up. Let's go, man. What's up, Chris? What's up, young lady? How we doing out here?
What's happening, Slim?
We good. We good. Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Hey, look, man, let me change the game a little bit. I'll make it quick. I'm going to try and make it quick. So I think we fell for the banana in the tailpipe. So RG3 is actually looking for attention. Okay, now on the Angel Reese side, we got the lady on the panel, and no disrespect to her. I'm only speaking of a group of people, and you are not one of them. Okay, just bear with me on this. We got to stop trying to save women like Angel Reese. I think Shaq is clout chasing. I think Shaq want to go on a date with the young lady. I think he in love with her. Once again, on the other hand, with RG3, he don't get no love. We already knew that he liked snow bunnies. So this is not like, to me, it's not surprising. I'm more disappointed in Shaq for responding and not talking to Angel about her conduct and why she making it easy for people to go at her. When you look at her on the court, I try to watch her, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something about her. She got this like super ghetto-ness that she won't get rid of. And I'm not mad at her for that. But what I'm trying to say is people can't get mad if we make a judgment of her on that. Now, far as Shaq coming out here talking about he want to smack RG3, come on, man, that's weak. I got 15 people that Shaquille O'Neal should say that to. See, that's an easy target to me. And I think Shaq does a hell of a lot of cooning. He does this kind of stuff to make it look like we good. He attached himself to the ghetto queen. Hey, man, don't be scared. Look, I love black women. I don't got no disrespect to them. I just think this particular one right here does not need saving. And when Shaq does that, he makes us as men look bad. Because now most of the women going to think that's what we're looking for. I only follow her because of the shorts she wears. I care nothing about her basketball game. And most men, and most of us men that's on this show, don't care about her game either. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I ain't going to hold y'all, man. Y'all know I love the show. Man, old Chris, man, you know y'all good peoples, man. Do y'all, man.
All right, thanks for the call.
All right, peace.
I disagree with that. I think it's irrelevant. I don't think you got to be able to compartmentalize, right? So if I have an issue with Dominique right now, right, and the issue is she just said something that I disagree with, what she's done last year or 2 years ago has nothing to do with what she just said today, right? So saying that someone making a racist picture of Angel Reese has anything to do with how you view her as a person on IG has little bearing to this topic. This topic is about Bob Griffin trying to slight her and pretend like he's all for not being racist while sharing the racism on his 2 million follower Twitter account to give it more light was in poor taste, poor judgment, right? If we give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't do it purposely and he didn't know what he was doing, it was still poor taste, poor judgment, and he should have known. right? Sometimes you can hold people accountable for things they claim they didn't know, but you should have known. You get what I'm saying?
That's
things
valid.
you should
Like
know.
when you break the law, right? Like the cop doesn't
Correct.
care whether you knew about the law or not, right? You still
Correct.
did it, you're still going to jail or whatever the case may be. But I think like bigger than this, I think, us as Black people, we really have to stop criticizing other Black people for being Black. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like RG3, Shannon Sharp. There are athletes out there, or just even media personalities that I think they oftentimes they criticize people, even when a Black person gets shot. Oh well, he should have been more cooperative. He should have done this. It's like, so because Angel Reese went to the Met Gala, she's a ghetto queen. Seems pretty elevated to me. Seems
It's
pretty
insane
to me, actually. So what makes her a ghetto queen? Because she's Black? Because she twerks on her social media? That's half the girls in the WNBA wearing their shorts a certain way, making it stylish to be in the NBA, making men want to watch the WNBA. Like, which one is it? And so from what I remember, DC Slim doesn't watch the WNBA. So for him to even call in on this topic was really interesting to me, because I remember him telling all of us that he doesn't watch it, won't watch it. So do you watch Angel Reese for her shorts, or do you not watch at all? Just trying to figure out which one it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Dreamers Pro. He said we all know RG3 is a cornball brother. That's a quote from Rod Parker, cornball brother. I do got one soundbite before we end it that I heard last night when they was partying at the All-Star and they was on the orange carpet. Somebody had some nice things to say about Angel Reese when they was interviewing. I think people should hear it.
We're very happy for you to see the growth from your year one to your year two. Like you can tell you put in work. And with all of the negativity that you receive, I hope you know that a lot of us, we admire you, how you carry yourself, and how you show up all the time. So keep being there. Thank you.
You're a bright light in this world, and you are carrying the sport of women's basketball on your shoulders with such poise and grace, and you just keep being yourself.
Thank you. I wouldn't be able to do it.
We love and support you.
Don't give us no cliche answer. Just let us compliment you. Okay, thanks.
All right, see you later.
Thank you, guys. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
I think that was nice, man. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and end it, y'all, man. We did pretty good on time. We went over by 19 minutes, but we did pretty good. So we appreciate y'all for sticking with us. All the phone calls, all the super chats. Let me make sure we got all of them. Yeah, we got all the super chats. So we appreciate the super chats. If you sub tonight, we thank you for that. If you became a member tonight, we thank you for that, man. Like I always say, if you're watching from Sports T and you haven't subbed to us, I appreciate it if you do, and vice versa. If you're watching on Man Down's channel, if you haven't subbed to Sports T, we appreciate y'all if y'all do that. It was good to have the daggone panel back tonight, man. Good to see Chris and Jay briefly, and definitely Sports T Dom tonight. Can't wait to get Brittany and Zoe back in here, and Corey and Eric have some fun, man. So I think we'll see y'all again Friday with another banger, man. Anything y'all got to say?
Feels good to be back, man. Back at work, man. I was unemployed for 6 weeks, so my Fridays was boring, man. But we back like we never left, baby.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Man Down Sports and Sports T.
All right, y'all. Peace.